collegiate showdown. You've watched Mark need but we're going to try again. We're going to keep trying. No and yes and no. We will not rest. That wasn't a risk.
Stream quality.
What?
Until we have perfect stream quality.
Until we have perfectly acceptable. That looks okay. That's fine. Yeah, we're good. We got all the bits now. Okay, this is a long wire. Okay. Oh.
All right, you're unmuted. Don't do that again.
What? Oh, on purpose, we're going over here. There you go. Nope. There. We're back. We got our second match. Michigan State up 1-0 so far. Our next match is going to be McSwag versus Derpy Squid. So this will be a lot of fun. This is happening. So are you on Team Clemson? Are you on Team Michigan State? Doesn't really matter. We're all on Team Starcraft today. Tell your friends. Well, if you have any. Otherwise, just post on your Twitter or whatever people do. You're already on Twitch, so get excited. Derpy Squid versus McSwag. Oh, yeah, he did change his name, didn't he? He's really upgraded. Do we have a picture-in-picture?
Yeah.
What does that look like? Oh, I'm going to knock this off. I really need to put it somewhere. I'm not going to knock this off. All right, goes up here. Good job. Oh, okay. So, yeah, whenever it seems appropriate, we'll leave that to fake Jimmy/Quinn to figure that out. That's all on you. Thank you. Just, can you put yourself there for a sec? So you can wave to people and they know who to blame. We need a scapegoat. No. No. Go back. No, to your right. There you go. There he is. All right. If something goes wrong, it's Quinn's fault.
It's my fault.
Unless it's my fault, but then it's still Quinn's fault.
Totally your fault.
Okay. Let us introduce our players.
I take no responsibility for anything going on.
He takes no responsibility, but we'll give him it anyways. In the bottom right, for Clemson University, we're also going to want to update their, well, actually MSU's at 1, so shift 1 on that. For Clemson University, it is Derpy Squid. And his opponent in the top left, representing Michigan State University, we have McSwag. So, you know he's coming out to play with a name like that. McSwag, our Terran player. TVC. Could we also get to our amazing observer? I'm not sure who's observing right now, but whoever's at the desk, Control Shift 5 and also Shift 1. If you could press those buttons, that'd be amazing. Can he not hear? That to put the score up. Oh wait, it's already, yeah, we're good. We got it. And now everybody knows the score. And also Control M for the music. And the sound. If we could do sound too, if we could get all these things, just get them going, that would be amazing. Thanks, Quinn.
It's early in the day.
Oh wait, the sound was already on. Now we turned it all off. We do have sound. How exciting. You're going to give yourself a mic? That's probably a good idea. Oh, you're going to try to defend yourself? He's giving himself a microphone, so I can't just blame him for everything. That doesn't really seem fair. First Reaper coming in for McSwag. Derpy Squid so far has opted for the hatchery first. So far, the economic play. Nothing too crazy out of either player. Looks like we're calming down past that early aggression in game number 1. Now remember, you guys can support this tournament on Matcherino. If you use the Starclash command in the Twitch chat, you can find that Matcherino page. We are up to $8 whole. Maybe
Nope,
some
someone
more if you
donated
guys. 100? Okay, $108. That's slightly more.
You can actually get the name if you want.
We could get the name, and Quinn, if he was paying any attention, would have that. But
I paid some. I saw it updated.
the technology isn't there yet.
Jonathan Green.
Can I get?
$200.
Can I get the camera?
Yeah.
Thank you to
Jonathan Green.
Jonathan Green. Go Green. Not sure if he's supporting Michigan State. Does he have a comment with that?
I'm a software developer and I want to use my skill set.
I'm a software developer. I wanted to use my skill set
To push collegiate StarCraft 2 even further beyond.
to help push collegiate StarCraft to even further behind. Beyond, not behind. Behind would not what we're going for. Other thing. So thank you very much for that. Go Green. Back to the game. Let's push some collegiate StarCraft while we're at it. McSwag so far opting. He's already got Stim on the way. Derpy Squid. He's played mostly defensive. His drone count surprisingly low for the situation. He's lost 3 workers so far. Was that all to the Reaper? It looks like it was, as so far no Hellions coming out. So that's a little unfortunate for him. Being in this position, being forced to make Lings and Banes, is going to put him in an awkward spot. So far, the Michigan State team looking quite strong. McSwag is, well, he's already powering up economically. He's got double engineering bay. He's adding on tanks. Stim has already started. Now, the only thing here is, the only problem that this could be for McSwag is how many units Derpy Squid has opted to make. It looks like he wants to directly counter this 2-1-1 coming out so far. No Hellions, no nothing, a classic 2 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport. But Derpy Squid already has a bunch of Lings and Banes. It appears he had an idea that this was coming, and he's more than prepared for it. If he can hold this with minimal losses, if he can continue that creep spread, he's in an all right position to go into the early mid-game. But it does depend. 16 Stim Marines anywhere are a threat. And in your main base, unscouted, even more so. Tits McSwag unloads. Gonna hit the Stim key. I take it back. His Stim is a little bit late. That's a key mistake at this point. You really do want that Stim. It's going to make it a lot easier for the Banelings to close the distance, forces the pickup, does not get the evolution chamber that is upgrading +1 melee attack, but doesn't lose any of his Marines either. That threat is going to be constant. That threat is always there until those Marines and medevacs go down, and so far, without a lair, there's no options to actually take them out. Overall, though, if you're McSwag, you're going to feel pretty comfortable with this scenario. You got 3 command centers on the way. You got 1-1 coming up. You got the Zerg player pinned with double medevac. The creep spread, not non-existent, but not great either. Plenty of time to get his production up. The scans are coming through. He clears it out. A few Banelings come in. A few Banelings go out. You can't explain that. A handful more Marines, he's not going to risk it, all right? Now, just for those who don't know, we got the Michigan State and the University of Michigan teams here at Michigan State University. We're playing at, what is this place called?
ComArts.
The Communication Arts Building Center? Headquarters? The news, and we are in the newsroom. The players are, well, we'll get some interviews going as these matches start to progress. We got a whole day ahead of us. You can check the bracket with that command as well. Starclash or College Clash or just basic critical thinking skills. But so far, we're just getting started. Hydralisk Den is on the way. Going up to 49 drones is Derpy Squid. If I'm him, I'm still a little concerned at the lack of upgrades. McSwag is, well, he has a 3rd command center. He's close on workers. His 1-1 about to finish. He does not have an armory, so his 2-2 not going to be starting off right off the bat. He just started it, the armory, that is. The big concern here for Derpy Squid is the lack of creep spread. I don't think that McSwag, well, there's the cancel on the 4th, a very key part of Hydraling Bane, but I don't think McSwag is really going to have an option to attempt to kill Derpy Squid until those 2/2 upgrades. Assuming, well, we got Baneling speed on the way, we got Hydras coming up, we got Groove spawns for the Hydra range. The lack of creep spread, though, means he is pinned back with next to no vision for much of this match. He's going to be, even when you have Hydras, these medevacs can still fly around. A Liberator in the main, well, very dead. A nice attempt there. I'm not sure why he opted for a Liberator, but he's got it now. Well, it's dead now, more accurately. The lack of a 4th base and the lack of creep spread, though, does not bode well for our Clemson University player. He's going to really struggle with the follow-up push that comes out. There's 1/1 upgrades still upgrading as 2/2 starts for McSwag. The production, especially on only 3 hatches, is not enough to match a Terran player who's on top of their barracks. Oh, a couple medevacs coming up. Derpy Squid going to try to move out. Little does he know, because of that lack of creep spread, that McSwag is moving across the map. If he can catch him out, that's a possibility, but I'm pretty sure McSwag scouted the army moving out. He's moving into the 3rd. It's a semi-base trade scenario. I say that because it's going to be quite difficult for the Zerg player to break through, whereas the same cannot be said for a Terran in this position. He's got a couple tanks. There's a drop of the net. He's got 2 medevacs full of Marines. Joining up at the 3rd. He's just going to drop out on top. A handful of speed veins are coming through. He's forced to pick up. There's just not enough Zerg. The rest of the units are coming back across the map. 3rd base under fire. Hydralisk ripped to shreds. And now Michigan State University is looking to put themselves on match point. McSwag leading the way, stimming through, keeping control of the game thus far. And I think, as the great man Tasteless would say, we're a few seconds. We should see GG any second now, as Derpy Squid just has no life flailing around left. I couldn't come up with anything squid-related. What are squid? Oh, like what do you call a squid? Like it's like an arachnopod? No, that's not right. That's very wrong. It's not a crustacean. A squid is a mollusk. Oh, that sounds right. In the chat, mollusk. GG! McSwag takes it. Very important. A wiggly boy. That's the scientific term. But Michigan State University going up 2-0. Clemson, they're going to have to put out their best player. So this is, while it isn't an all-kill format, of course, being one player could potentially take it all the way through, they're able to pick, if you lost the match, you pick your player next. So what Michigan State, they're going to have to pick their player next. They can't use any of the players they already used. I don't have a team roster in front of me. I will endeavor to get that before the next match. But Michigan State will pick their player, and then Clemson, I assume, will be throwing out the best of their roster and to counter them. We could have players of varying skills here. Of course, this is kind of a resurgence of college StarCraft, as John Green, in his generosity, said. We haven't really seen too many high-level college matches lately. Hopefully some of you, I bet, I'm going to go out on a limb and say some of you are in college. We do have, can you control scroll with the little zoom in thing? We got Isaac, we got Vesh, we got Jonathan Green with $100. Thank you, Isaac and Vesh, with those contributions on the Matcherino. Higgs with, is that 8? Yes. I think it's 8. $8. Okay, Bella, best to donate early before we really start drinking. I'm not, okay. Next time, viewing party for non-playing SC2 fans in Lansing or Ann Arbor. Well, if you're watching this from Michigan State University, you can literally come here right now. There's going to be pizza, there's free food. Come to the Communication Arts Super Center newsroom area. What is it? And free Red Bull. Not free water, though, except from the fountains. But come on down if any of you happen to be at Michigan State University. Speaking of which, winning 2-0. We'll see what players they're throwing out up next. It is a best of 5 in each match, but double elimination. Do we have a way to bring up the brackets on the... Can we bring one of those whiteboards in here? We got a whiteboard right there. We could put a bracket on that, and then I could bring the whiteboard in. Or we could just open it up on the screen.
Well, I don't have it pulled up right now.
Quinn ruining everything again for everyone who can't figure out how to put a bracket on their own screen. We don't have that technology here. But next up after this will be Michigan University. University of Michigan, I should know, considering I went there, how to say it. University of Michigan versus Texas University. And I do not know. Texas University, I want to say Cowboys. That sounds wrong. Cowboys. That's what? Longhorns. That was close. All right, there are Cowboys involved. Like, I don't.
Grab you a whiteboard?
Yeah, we could have a whiteboard. I could bring it on like a weatherman. No, we can write some things. They already have pizza. Okay, you guys can't see it, but there are people with pizza mocking me right now. Yeah, I see the pizza. Get out of here. So, wait. Oh, we're in the party. We've got the matches coming up. We'll see what players are coming up next. They just keep walking around. I can see them with the pizza. So if you're at Michigan State, come on down. Free pizza. It's Saturday. What else would you be doing today? Thank you guys for... This is a lot harder than I thought to open. Oh my God. We have a whiteboard. Now I'm going to draw a bracket on it. I forgot when I put my headphone off, they can still hear me. So, if we look to the official bracket whiteboard, you will see exciting things. So, Starclash. You know what, that's all we need. We're good there. But we have, and then it goes like this to this, and then we have a loser's bracket as well to this, and then we do this, or maybe it's a double loser's bracket. That'll be a double. We're close. This is all we need for now. We got Michigan State. We're just getting started here. We have all the techno. We have literally thousands of dollars of equipment, and I'm writing on a whiteboard.
This is $1 million room.
This room costs $1 million. How much is the equipment? Yeah, I got what you meant. We're gonna use the colors of the schools. Michigan State. Yeah, this clashes a lot more than I thought it would, but it's $1 million of equipment. I'm glad we could finally get up to over 2010 level of bits versus, no, there's no purple marker, so that's disappointing. Versus Clemson, and then, now I've already screwed myself for University of Michigan here. Michigan versus, I don't know what color Texas is, so I'm gonna go with red. Texas. And there you go. There's our, oh, that's very hard to read. Okay, you got the idea. We're good to go. All right. We will bring this back when it is appropriate. Thank you guys for tuning in for our bracket creation. Eventually we'll get that water bottle open. That's also an ongoing process. Game number 3 of the March Madness Starclash here live from Michigan State University newsroom. Is this like the newsroom? This is where the news is done? All the important news being done here. All right, and we're about to get into match number 3. We did it. It's going to be Lunar versus 7. 7 for Michigan State. Lunar for Clemson University. The Tigers versus the Spartans. Green versus purple. Yeah, I need to press the enter key to indicate I am ready for this. But are you ready for this? Person at home or on your phone somewhere or whatever exciting place. We will find out. All right. Let's get make sure we get those scores on the board. Michigan State up 2-0 in this best of 5. If they take this one, they take it all. In the top left, for Michigan State University, we have the Protoss player 7. No, we're looking at the other guy now. Or are we? And for Clemson is Lunar. He's going to have some out-of-this-world play if he's going to take it home and put Clemson back on the board. So here's the format. If Clemson takes the next 2 matches, if they're able to take those, then we go to an ace match where players are allowed to, once again, where players are allowed to pick one of their players to play again. So they have a revive, essentially, is what we're calling it. A little bit reminiscent of especially Korean Star Leagues in the past. So it's not an all-kill format, which means a lot of these players are going to get a chance to play today. There is a prize. What are we up to now is the total? Like 200 and something serious amount of dollars. There are 4 players per team, which I assume will be splitting whatever prizes there end up being. $286.10. That's a little bit more than the $8 we came in today with. Thank you guys for that. Nexus on the way for 7. 1 gate expand on the other side. Lunar opting for a more defensive strategy. Walling off. It's a real struggle. I'm still dealing with the water bottle, guys. I'm gonna give it. Maybe Quinn can accomplish one thing for everyone.
Stay there.
Can Quinn open the water bottle? I'm not above this. All right. There's no camera here. See, it's a whole deal. This is like the hardest to open water bottle that I have. Can we get a camera on this? We're gonna keep bringing people in till so it's like Excalibur here. He thought he was just gonna. I could tell. He's like, I'm gonna just open this water bottle. But guess what? No. Stargate is on the way. No warp gate as of yet. Actually, Stargate before warp gate. So a big commitment out of 7 thus far. Luna really loving his supply depots. All right. We're going to have the Excalibur bottle competition as well. If you guys donate, we can afford water bottles that can be opened by the common man. All right.
Am I allowed to use my teeth or no?
What do you mean, are you allowed to use your teeth? I feel like you've already lost if that. Why are you opening it like sideways? What happens if you open it and then it just... okay.
Right.
These are the money makers, okay?
I see.
Oh God, it's all sweaty. Yeah, it like cuts your hand open. It's a real problem. Well, this water bottle will never be open. All right, moving on, back to the game. Use your teeth. Yeah, if you have to use your teeth, we have gone too far. Adept is coming in. This is a very creative wall so far, out of Lunar. He's really locking down his base in ways that we may have never seen before. That's a lot of supply depots and not a lot of much else. But he is keeping the Adepts at bay. It's a prop bottle. It's not meant to be opened. Do you want to try Excalibur?
Yeah, sure.
All right. We have a new challenger. Can we bring... And who is this?
My name is Paul. I'm a
It's
team
Paul.
captain for the Michigan squad.
He's the team captain for University of Michigan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so you... Not as easy
wow.
as... Yeah. Not as easy as it seemed. Oh, I already tried that strat. That's a good strat. But no.
God.
Yeah, there we go. He is not the chosen one. All right, moving on. That's 3 down. It has taken 3 so far, and we still have no one who claims the bottle. At some point, I will drink this water, but it is not this day. All right, until someone who can open the great bottle comes to this part of the newsroom, I will be dehydrated, and that is fine. There's a water fountain outside. It's not a big deal. It's a little deal, though. Little deal. I keep gesturing. Oracle's coming in, 54-36 supply so far. 7 up. Well, in every metric except for Marines, and since he can't make them, that it doesn't really apply here. We have plenty of Marines on the ground for Lunar, but what is his plan for preventing the clean sweep, the 3-0? It's definitely creative. 7, on the other hand, resonating glaives on the way. He's going to be opting for +1. Plenty of adepts, and I'm not sure Lunar's going to be ready to adapt to the situation. As well, losing 2 oracles helps. It helps, but at what cost? He's lost 11 workers thus far. He only has Marines. Michigan State looking in prime position to move to the winner's bracket finals, which of course means you won a match. But yes, an Artosis pylon, as we have Yoda pointing out, or whoever's observing. I think it's Tambi observing right now, actually. Tambi, move the camera to the sides if you're observing. Like do that with the insert key. Who knows? It's an unnamed individual. There's no way they're allowed to type in the chat. Some Phoenixes are out. What will come of them? Only time will tell. A single Marine is taken out. Lunar actually building up. Now, there is a possibility for Lunar here. If he's able to put together a big enough ground army, and 7 gets a little too cute, with building up a lot of high-tech units and trying to harass and all that, it really appears Lunar has a one-track mind. He's gonna build Marines, he's gonna build tanks, he's gonna walk across the map, and he's gonna pray. Not necessarily in that order, but we're gonna find out. 4 Phoenixes now. 7 continues to build them up. The Adept Phoenix strategy, a little bit out of style, but we're not really prioritizing. It's not necessarily about the meta here. It's about thinking what's best for your team. And 7 is saying, I want Phoenixes, I want Adepts, I want to win. And right now he's looking in prime position to do it, but we're still going to have that big engagement. He's going to have to fight into siege tanks. He's going to have to fight into a lot of Marines. I'm not sure if they do not have stim. They do not have combat shields. Neither of those things are in production, but there are many of them. So there are 28 Marines, 3 tanks. The Marines will annoy the Phoenixes until the Phoenixes fly away. A classic Phoenix strat. Some of the tanks finding a less than ideal pathing. We could be going into an incredibly awkward base trade, as many of 7's units are on the opposite side of the map. The only question now will be, does he recall? The Adepts are shading to the other side. A couple of the Marines will be chased down. It looks like 7 is sprinting back to his side of the map. The tanks will siege up, and perfect timing. 7 walking into it. He's actually going to try to fight. This is possibly the best fight that Lunar could have hoped for, but it's not going to be enough. There aren't nearly enough units here for Lunar. They are cut to pieces. The Phoenix is there to watch the massacre, and now it's 95 to 60 supply. Stim is on the way, unfortunately, or fortunately, very few Marines left to partake. There are now maybe more Phoenixes than Marines. It's close-ish. Down goes a tank. In come the Adepts. That is not a hard wall. It's a leaky one. The Adepts come through. The tank will fall. And Michigan State University, the home team, looking pretty confident, comfortable, solid in match number 1. That means they'll be just a couple more, well, one more match away from the finals today. Lunar types it out. GG. 7 takes it. And that is going to be match number 1 for the Michigan State Spartans. Congratulations to them. The home field advantage may be a bit much. And by home field, I mean they're actually all playing in the LAN center here. We'll get some of them. We'll get the team captain in to talk about that match in just a moment. And then we'll also see, very importantly, if he can open this water bottle. That's going to be the true indicator. Michigan's team captain couldn't do it. We'll see if Michigan State's captain could do it. We'll make our assumptions about Clemson and Texas as they're playing remotely. But thank you guys for tuning in to the March Madness Starclash, the real sports you wanted to see this weekend. as we have determined our first. I'm not going to bring the whiteboard back out. You guys can figure out there's only 4 teams. We've got a bracket. Quinn's got a. Can we get the bracket? There is the bracket. Yes, that is, as you can see, Michigan State University taking it 3-0 over Clemson University. Texas University versus University of Michigan coming up next. I'm going to get real sick of saying university, so we're just going to abbreviate. What's up?
How you doing?
Are you the representative from the team?
I just want to open the bottle because it's
Oh, wait, we have another challenger. Get the bracket off the screen. This is Mick Swag winning his. Wait. Come here. He's going to try to open the bottle.
Oh.
Yeah, every time. Every time. Oh, he's going to go with the shirt strat. Is it enough?
No. All right, good luck. guys.
Nope. Excalibur will remain unopened. Mixwag comes in with confidence as one whose name Mixwag would. Goes out defeated, unlike in game. Another one down. That's 4. Where is our team captain? For those of you watching this, go find him and bring him in here. We've got to do a winner's interview. Give me camera that one. 3. So, we've got our important challengers today. We've got all these amazing college teams coming out. We've got free pizza. We've got you guys supporting. Can we bring the Matcherino page on stream now? Do we have that technology?
I can do it if you give me like 2 minutes.
He needs 2 minutes to bring up a website, so he's probably my mother. I cannot confirm or deny this. But this match coming together, I don't know. Do we have? Are you our representative? Are you just going to? Are you here to open the bottle? Or? All right, we've got another challenger. We have 7, the winner of that last match. No, are you just here for the bottle?
Yeah, I just wanted this bottle.
You just wanted to. Okay.
All right. Hello.
What makes you think you can take this bottle down?
I don't know. It looks like a pretty weak bottle, so
He says it looks like a weak bottle. I don't know if you guys can hear.
chug this whole thing right now.
Well, you'd have to open it first.
Yeah. I don't know. Can't do that yet though. Not quite chugging.
Wait, are we interviewing? Wait, was I actually interviewing you? Was that why you came in here?
I was sent
Are you here for the bottle?
The winners.
Okay. Well, we'll first do that. Can we get him a microphone instead of awkwardly talking? I've opened a lot of. How many bottles do you think you have opened in your lifetime?
How many bottles? I
Just
would say
ballpark.
At least 4.
At least 4. All right.
Probably at least
I'll
4 bottles.
believe it. I'll believe it. I don't think he's lying to us. Can you guys hear 7? Let me
Hello.
bring him close. There we go.
I need to turn the mic up.
Oh, in the center.
The mic's on.
Okay. My mic
Is it on?
Yeah.
These bright. Aren't these lights really bright?
They are.
They are quite bright.
Very nice.
But so is your StarCraft play. I gotta
Thank you.
congratulate you. Congratulations on taking
Thank
it
you.
home 7.
Thank
How did you
you.
feel about that match?
It was a pretty good match. I felt pretty good. I felt like I wasn't really sure how he was going to open. He was a random player, so
Wow.
Threw
I didn't
me
even
for a
notice
loop
that.
there.
That
Threw
was
me
quite
for
a
a loop,
random
yeah.
build too, I gotta say.
I didn't know what he was going for, so I just went for depths and
Classic
for the
Protoss
best, you know?
strategy.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that usually what you go to, or are you hiding builds for the next round?
well, I kind of just play whatever. I don't really have builds, so you know,
Well,
just go with my instinct.
all right.
Go with my
Well,
instinct most of the
speaking
time.
of going with instinct, wait. Nope, that's not where the bracket is. I gestured towards the whiteboard. There's the bracket. So next up is either Texas University or University of Michigan. Who are you more scared of?
Who am I more scared of?
Who do you think will pose a greater threat?
Not really scared of either of them, but I would rather play Michigan just because.
They're right over there.
Yeah,
And you can
know,
look them in
gotta,
their eyes.
Yeah, I gotta talk some trash after the matches after we beat them. So
Yeah. Oh, I like.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing it before too. You're
yeah,
consistent.
before. Well, I'm not really worried. So
Okay.
once we 3-0 Michigan and Texas won't be a problem either. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, you've backed it up
Either
so
one.
far.
Either
Now,
one.
just one more thing. Do you think you can open your 5th bottle?
my 5th bottle of all
Yeah.
time. This is mine.
Get the bracket off the screen. Fake Jimmy / Quinn. He's gonna open the bottle.
gonna be a
We've had.
struggle.
This is our 5th or 6th challenger on the bottle.
Really, is this bottle hard to open?
He says that it's hard to open.
Why is this bottle so?
There you. Oh, he went for the. Everybody goes straight for the shirt strap. They don't respect
Who
it.
bought this bottle?
And then they go straight for the shirt.
My hands are
immediately.
kind of, did you guys tighten this bottle a little bit extra?
How would you tighten the bottle? How would you do that?
I don't know, with a fist.
How does one tighten
Who
the
has, who's tried to open this so far?
bottle? Do you want to?
I need to know.
You're not the first.
Did you try?
Wait. We've got
Hands are-
we've got Up Yoda here.
7th contester.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, here you go. Goes for the shirt.
It's a tight
The
bottle.
shirt doesn't give you the traction you
Oh,
need.
I heard.
Come on, I heard it.
Are-
Bottle open challenge here on stream.
My hand is still
Yeah.
Can we get a close up, camera 2, of the hand? After. Can we just?
There. Oh, there we go. Is that a big L? Oh no!
Ow, dude.
It's gonna be how
All right.
the challengers are gonna be feeling after
Give
our
me
next
2.
match. So
Give me 2.
here we go. We
Oh,
got
wait.
another challenge.
Oh, he's ready. He's ready.
Got it.
Oh, easy!
Paper time, man.
Shadow from Michigan State. Not
That's
even
right.
close.
That is
There
right.
you go.
Go green.
Okay, well now we're confident. He comes in, the King Arthur of today.
All right.
Yeah, everybody tried the shirt. He came in prepared with the paper towel.
You
That
know,
gives me a lot of
It
confidence for
gets
Michigan
the
State
gets
today.
the water off too.
It gets the water off too.
Yeah.
Indeed, it does.
Bit
Well.
of absorption.
We have
Absorption.
opened the bottle. Michigan State looking strong in every way today.
That's that water.
I wonder how that's coming through on stream. Yeah.
Refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Thank you, Seven.
Yep. No problem.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And
Dude.
good luck
Wow.
out there.
Thank you.
Don't put the top back on. All right. So, give me 4. No, that's not 4.
Yeah, it is. Let's hear it 4.
Give me 5.
You don't have a 5.
What is that one?
That's 4.
That's 4? Oh, it has to. Give me 4, but with making more sense.
4 on you.
4 on me.
All right, give me a second.
Got to cycle back through.
Yeah, I do.
We'll be right back after this short break. It might just be music and just random cameras, but we don't know yet. Thank you guys for tuning in to your March Madness College Starclash. Coming up next, we got University of Michigan up against University of Texas, or Texas University? Texas University, one of those. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will be right back. Go tell your friends. Welcome back, everyone, to the March Madness College Starclash. We've got our second match coming up, our second best of 5 in this double elimination bracket. We've got 2 of the best teams who have not yet played in this event. We've got the University of Michigan right over there. You can't really see it, but if you could, can I get camera 2? You see those people in that room over there? Some of them are the University of Michigan team. Some of them are not. But the idea stands. Also, we have Texas University, University of Texas at Austin, Texas. They put a team together. I've heard rumblings. They won't admit it, the Michigan teams here, but they do seem to have quite a competent squad and could be a real threat to both these Michigan contenders. So we're going to be jumping into the match. University of Texas at Austin, and also, wait, what are they called? The Longhorns. The Longhorns versus the Wolverines. We've got a beastly showdown here for our second match. And we are getting started with a Zerg versus Zerg in just a moment. Who are the 2 players? We got Sandman versus a Rat King. So that's happening. And we're starting off on Cyber Forest. Thank you, guys. Remember, give me 3. Give me 3. And can we bring up that page? Did we figure out how to put the web page up? No. Okay, well, if you go to the Matcherino page, you can check it out. We're at $336 to support these teams. We started at $8 today. Nope. We started at $8 today. And you guys are amazing, putting us this far. We've got another $50 from Dr. Detroit, hometown hero. Hope this event keep going. Keep going? We're just feeling keeps going. Go Blue! So supporting U of M as we get into our second match. Let's introduce our players. All right. In the bottom right. I'm not sure if there's an observer or not. We'll figure that out soon. In the bottom right, for University of Texas, it is Sandman. And in the top left of Cyber Forest, not a prince, not a queen, but for University of Michigan Wolverines, the Rat King. Now, for those who don't know what a Wolverine is, just imagine a wolf that looks like a rat, but the size of a wolf. I don't actually know exactly what a Wolverine looks like, which is...
It's like a small weasel.
It's like a small... I thought it was like a large weasel.
Yeah, I think it's a large weasel.
It's a large weasel. So I was pretty close with the rat wolf then, yeah. Go Google Wolverines. Anyways, the game has begun. There's already Zerglings on the map. Sandman opening things up with the pool first. His Zerglings halfway across. The Overlord gonna spot it for Rat King. Remember, this is gonna be a best of 5. Each player only gets 1 game, though, to start. So it could all be over very quickly. As Rat King, he doesn't even have a pool done. He went hatch first. He was expecting a macro game. He expected wrong, as Zerglings are already on his hatchery. Now, will he recognize that there's no speed, there's no Banelings, there's no follow-up to this besides just the Zerglings? Will he try to defend his hatchery? Because this isn't, as it goes, economic 12 pool. He only has Zerglings without speed. There's a lot of potential for overreaction here from the defending player. That is the strength of this particular build. Now, the Zerglings will back off. Rat King backs off. He's okay for now. But so now we have to kind of, it's a lot of bluffing. This is really the poker of StarCraft of how many Zerglings did you make? How quickly are you expanding? How much tech? Sandman comes back in, but now Rat King has plenty of Zerglings. I like how he just chilled. I'm just going to re-expand. Okay. And he did have a worker lead throughout that. Sandman only just now catching up. And of course, another downside of going for that early 12 pool, the lack of gas. There's already Zergling speed on the way for Rat King. He has an opportunity to do counter damage, even if he doesn't quite have the Zergling count, because he's just faster. Once that metabolic boost finishes up, we'll see if he tries any aggression, or just uses it to threaten Sandman, essentially into being pinned in his base. Already a spine crawler, nearly done. Sandman not underestimating this attack, but Rat King runs by into the main base. They're not even a queen. He's going to get on top of the drones. Nice mineral drill so far. Hold position used. A handful of Zerglings. Well, Sandman on the chase. The spine crawler at the natural will give him a pat on the back on the way out. Rat King leaves. Did this force a panic out of Sandman? No, it did not. He's not making any additional Zerglings. He's making more drones. 2 gases on the way. Roach Warren as well. Rat King, on the other hand, just making more Zerglings. So we'll see. Sandman calling the bluff of Rat King here, but it doesn't look like it was much of one. As continuing with the Zerglings, Baneling's on the way. Sandman scouts it. He's got 27 workers. If he fends this off, he's in prime position to take the game, as Rat King is putting essentially all of his potential into this attack. The Zerglings coming in. 4 queens at the back, making things very difficult. The Banelings are trying to run by. If 2 survive, he could kill a lot of the drones. 2 will survive. He's going to find 3, 4 drones, I believe, is what we end up with. 4 drones so far. AKA, not enough. He needs more than that. He needs Sandman to be driven back economically. At this point, Rat King, he's droning up himself. He's trying to stabilize his economy in a way that eventually later on, he can overwhelm Sandman. Because now Sandman has the tech advantage. He's got roaches. He's got that next level of units that, when massed up, are stronger than Zerglings, very simply, especially defensively. So right now, Rat King really trying to bluff out the drone count. He's trying to show Sandman, I'm continuing with my Zerglings, whereas he's making drones behind. It is that poker game, that constant bluff, counter bluff, especially that mirror matchups like Zerg versus Zerg have on essentially every game. We already saw it at the start with that 12 pool. Gas is on the way. No lair for either side as we've been on quite low economies throughout this. Our Texas player stabilizing now, getting his roaches out, but key, he doesn't have an evolution chamber. He doesn't have any upgrades behind this. He just has the roaches themselves, which makes any aggressive potential difficult. Whereas Rat King on the other side, he's making roaches of his own. He's got 33 drones. So if he can defend, well, once again, we're seesawing back and forth. If he can defend against this attack, oh, there's roaches and banes. 10 roaches on the way. Rat King taking this very seriously. And, well, as well he should. Remember, a lot of the supply for Sandman is in queens, and those queens aren't making the trek across the map right now. The Lings will scout out the Banelings out of Sandman. Sandman essentially all in. He needs to kill some drones, just like Rat King had to do on the other side. Baneling's doing very little. The roaches pop out. Sandman in retreat, but the Ling flank will hold them in place, slow it down. And Sandman forced to tuck his tail between his little roach legs and scuttle across the map. God, they are slow without roach speed. And Sandman really regretting the decision to attack up that ramp now. More drones on the way for Sandman. He's going to rely. We're going to seesaw back. We could do this all day, all right? We're going to seesaw back and forth across the map. Rat King is attacking, but behind it, he's adding on a 3rd hatchery. So he's not putting everything into this attack. Neither player has lair tech as of yet. No roach speed, no access to mutalisks, nothing like that. Oh, Ravagers coming in. Corrosive Biles being popped out. Spine Crawlers, not the most agile units, especially well burrowed. We're going to have a standoff for a bit. The worker count now tilted back in favor of Sandman, and he's going to be starting his lair. Rat King probably going to, well, remember he should opt for that quite soon. Both players kind of feeling each other out until they can't feel them out anymore, and I understand what I said. I regret saying it. But now we're here. Lairs on both sides. Evolution chamber for Rat King. This attack should not result in much unless Rat King ends up overextending. In which case, if he loses too many units, Sandman could definitely come across the map and punish him. Corrosive Biles, just some pot shots on either side, really, as they both have the option. Sandman up that drone count, but once again, Rat King got his 3rd base up quicker. He has access to larva, he has access to additional injects and production, and just income in general. We've got, well, Sandman now, some long-distance mining here as he has the drone count. Lair is complete. Looks like the engagement at the 3rd base is, once again, another little skirmish, but not deadly damage on either side, not even close. Roach speed going to be another decider. Roach speed makes a big difference, especially when engaging Ravagers, as you're able to close the distance and micro to and from those corrosive biles so much more easily. +1 attack, nearly identical on both sides, but +1 carapace invested in for Rat King. He does not yet have that critical roach speed upgrade, but he starts it just in time so there won't be a huge gap between the players. Right now, economically, Sandman has had a few more drones for a little while longer, whereas Rat King has had that third base. It's a mirror match, all right. This is not a great map for just attacking on the open field either. There's a lot of defensive choke points. There's a lot of positions that you simply just cannot go unless your opponent is completely unaware. A Hydra is done. Rat King kind of reaching further. Now he feels like he's been behind. So it looks like, well, he might not feel like he's been behind. We know he was economically for a while. Are those, nope. That Overlord, such a sneaky and agile unit, dodges the corrosive biles. Sandman just building up his roach count. A roach timing with speed and +1 could be deadly. Right now, Rat King is opting for so much in the way of tech as I struggle. If he gets enough tech in time, it'll pay off. But right now, he's invested a lot in things that have not yet paid off. A Hydralis Den, double upgrades. He needs these things, otherwise, well, corrosive biles are landing. That can turn some of the tides. 19 roaches in production, but 1-1 not done. Counterattack coming in for Rat King. I don't know how much that will drag back, if any, but the deadly attack out of the Texas player coming up the ramp. 1-1 still not done. Corrosive biles from either side. The defensive position is good. Queen's being taken out by the counterattacking roaches. There are more reinforcements. The +1 so critical, but it's not done yet. 1-1 is finished for Rat King, but the supply is starting to tell the story. Are the reinforcements trickling across the map enough? They're caught from the third. The drones have to get in front. The counterattack has been stalled out. He's going straight for the Roach Warren, but that could be a mistake here as long as he rebuilds it quickly. That was a lot of attacks he didn't spend on the roaches. It does look like Sandman might have enough to break through. As everything's said and done, we will see. But so far, Rat King, he has been, the investment in so many more drones, the investment in a Hydralis Den, and that +1 carapace, and just being a little bit slower. The Knife's Edge mirror matchup, but it does appear Sandman going to be taking the first map off of any of these Michigan players. Of course, Michigan State and University of Michigan, different teams. But Texas, University of Texas at Austin, will be taking game number 1 of this match. The Hydras come out. The Hydra is not nearly enough. Sandman takes it home. And we see just the closest match so far today, for sure. As both players went back and forth, starting with the 12 pool, moving on into a little bit of a Ling Bane exchange, and finally, as many Zerg versus Zerg matches do, ending with just a roach timing. If you have +1 roaches, if you got them more quickly and in greater number, well, you have a solid advantage. And Rat King, a little bit too much in the way of greed, a little bit too much investment in things that simply were not units, end up punishing him. And game number 1 goes to our Texas player. In game number 1, we'll put them in the lead 1-0. So the way it works now is University of Texas at Austin will have to pick another player. They're going to pick their next player. And the players have an idea of who each other are, their levels of skill, which are pretty varied here today. And then Michigan gets to counterpick because they lost the first match. That's their advantage. So they get to counterpick that player and decide who's going to be up against them for game number 2. Michigan also gets to pick the map. So we will see going into this next match. Now each team has 4 players. They could potentially use all 4 of them, depending on how a match goes, including the ace match, which is at 2-2. But as for the ace match, for the 5th match, they also get a revive. So if they have one of their players they think is better suited to take that game number 5, then they can throw them out again. Whereas they could also choose to bring in their 4th player in that scenario as well, depending on who might be prepared for what. That's like game number 2. Do we have our player picks? Yeah, today, thank you guys for supporting this event. You can check out the Match Reno page. We're at 400. Was that 436? You guys. Where are you when I'm streaming? Okay, $436.55. Thank you to Pam Lindbert Points for $100 there. If I'm reading that, go green. May the Sheba Force be with you. So, yes, of course. I was reading, Quinn, and everyone else. So amazing. Oh yeah, okay, we're good. No, I'm done. You can move on. You can go back to what you were doing. Thank you. No problem. I couldn't hear what you said, but he's doing his best. Our fake Jimmy here today. Thank you for your efforts. We are working with what we've got, and all we have here is $1 million of equipment. So don't break anything besides the seal on this amazing bottle. Game number 2 is loading up. We've got King's Cove. That's probably really loud, isn't it? That's really loud. I shouldn't swallow on stream.
I will look at you and I'll turn it down.
Yeah, I'll hold it up to give you some warning. All right. Orange. All right. Oh, we have always some fun names here. Next up is Young Jiddle for the University of Michigan, and Sangjin. Is that how you'd say that? Sangjin? Probably Sangjin for the University of Texas at Austin. Yeah, the quality mic. It's right there. Yeah. Guys, did you guys know Archons are good? Oh, it picks up everything. Very sensitive. Very sensitive. Thank you. Stay hydrated, bot. All right. Wait, I should probably tell them I'm ready as well. I don't know where the enter key is. Can't stop talking about Archons. I just want you guys to win. You haven't even seen that many Protoss today. We've got oh wait. Young Jiddle is Protoss. I thought it was a TVT again, but no. We gotta do, we didn't do a whole outro thing, like into the match. You've just been cutting into the match? Oh, okay, well, we should have planned that out. All right. See all this planning? Oh, okay, whatever. In the bottom right, representing the University of Michigan Wolverines, the Protoss, Young Jiddle, which somehow sounds dirty without being dirty. But anyways. In the top left, looking to compound the lead for the University of Texas, Sangjin, a Terran player from Longhorn Gaming. I like that. I like the logo they got there. That's very official looking. So it's 1-0. Could we get Control Shift 5 and then Shift 1 on the scoreboard to make sure we got those scores up so everybody can know the status of the match? That is a barracks. That's a barracks right there. Wow. Sangjin not pulling any punches. Young Jiddle, a pretty late probe scout. He's looking for it too. That's the whole thing. He's looking for it. He's looking for the barracks. He's not going to find it. It's in such a bold location. And I don't use that word lightly. A bold location. Right below the natural. Right below the main, rather. That will Young Jiddle realize? He's scouting. He might see it in just a moment. All right. Going to the Jiddle cam. We see. Oh, no, he doesn't see it. Oh, it's so close to his base. That's the best way. Right under his nose. Almost literally. And the gas is stolen. This is potentially a disaster for our University of Michigan player. Not having your second gas for tech, as well as a barracks hiding. Oh, it's Ghost! He's going to float the barracks in the main. Wait, is he? I don't know. He's got a Ghost Academy on the way, though, so we'll see. That's This is definitely a spicy version of the Proxy Rex Rush. And it's the main. Oh, you cheesy devil. Taking a page out of the Maru book. The Reaper coming in. It's already a bit of a giveaway so far what's happening, but I feel like Sangjin has kind of baited He's baited out the Zealot, so it's made it a little harder for the Reaper to do damage. I don't know if stealing the gas was actually... Oh, is he going to accidentally scout it? Oh my god, he's right on the edge of it. He's right on the edge of it. All right. Okay, so he's holding for now. The Ghost is building. Cloak is on the way. This is full commitment. Balls to the wall here. If this gets scouted, it just doesn't work. There's already a Robo on the way. EMP can make probes one-shottable by... Well, he can't really use EMP and Cloak. So does he show the first Ghost before it can hide itself? That's the question. Young Jiddle has no idea this is happening. It's... He's got a feeling. He's almost going to accidentally scout it. Does he see it? Ah! He realizes. Surprise! There is Cloak on the way. This actually feels like... Will he go for EMP? He's trying to survive. He uses the EMP on the probes. Okay, so... But then the Ghost dies. So this... Yeah, that's... Cloak is 12 seconds out. But... Well... The real Cloak for Ghosts is not having any Ghosts at all. And that's where we are right now. That was about as bad. Unfortunately for Songjin, it feels like everything he's done has kind of accidentally almost, it's at least encouraged young Jiddle to build the counter. Like, by stealing the gas, by stealing the gas, well, the probes are starting to really fall here. So I'm going to take it back. We'll pull it back a little. There's a lot of damage done. The scan comes out. He was going to try to snipe the observer. Yeah, do we have the music on? We got to get the intense music. Give me about 2 steps from hell. We do not have the license for that. But finally, it looks like when the smoke clears and the ghosts are no longer haunting the base, Songjin does have a solid, I'm going to need these Discord notifications. I'm going to need to, like, get out of Discord on this computer. Wait, let's see if I can figure out the technology. I'm glad I'm commentating this, guys. Is it, what? Is he building the tech lab there? Oh my god. He's building the tech lab again. Like, what are you gonna build more ghosts? Songjin, you're crazy. Now, he is from Texas. I don't actually know if he's from Texas, but he's going to the University of Texas. A very bold play here. Let's see how it pays off for him. At this point, young Jiddle, he's held the line. He had the tools. He shut down the Ghost Rush. And now what? He's got Colossi on the way. Really, the onus is on Songjin. He has to figure out, how do I keep young Jiddle from coming across the map and just crushing me? There's already an observer at home. He tries to cloak in. The scan's there. If he can snipe the observer... No. Oh, don't shoot your own stalker! Shoot the other guy! He gets him. Okay. He heard me. Yelling through multiple glass windows. He heard me. And his headphones. Combat shield in one of the most bold locations. Everything about this is bold, but really at this point, no amount of bolding and caps lock is going to save this barracks. A barracks will fall. The Colossus is revealed, though. He did show the Colossus to the barracks to kill it, which is a bit of an oversight, and that means that Songjin might have a bit more of an idea of what he's up against. So small counterpoint there. As I'm definitely gonna have to get rid of these Discord notifications. Let me just do that real quick. Okay, I fixed it. Can I get a PogChamp in the chat for me fixing? Nope, that didn't fix it. I'll figure that out later. We'll figure it out between the games. We're in the chat of all the teams, and they're all on Discord hyping up the match. So shout out to you guys, Clemson and Texas, and any of you over there, Michigan State and Michigan, talking in person like a normie. All right, Songjin has his defenses. He's got tanks. I'm not entirely convinced young Jiddle can break through this. It depends on the angle. There's really no obligation to do so. I think the one mistake that young Jiddle could make is trying to break through here. Yeah, It looks almost like mech. There's a couple cyclones. There's some tanks. But pull back, get a third base, calm down. The thing is, Songjin's made another... The one thing about this game so far, Young Jiddle has played defensive. He's played solid, but he hasn't really committed to anything. He didn't commit to that attack. He didn't commit to his economy. He didn't commit to his defense. He did well enough. Songjin, on the other hand, all out for the proxy ghost, and then all out for his economy. He's got a third base up. He's going to be able to match Young Jiddle's economy and then maybe exceed it afterwards. So we'll see, but the one thing he does have to contend with, there's already multiple Colossi. There's +1 already done for the Protoss army, as the Terrans just starting up about a third of the way done with 1-1. A Templar Archives is on the way. Blink. While Songjin is going to have a comparable economy, he doesn't really have the tools to easily attack anytime soon. He's still under threat from Young Jiddle as simply just walking up if he's out of position. So while he's been making good moves, just that entire rush being shut down and doing less than nothing. Losing the ghost while going for cloak before cloak, that's less than nothing. You invested in something that did not pay off. So he's been on the back foot for quite a while. We'll see if he can step forward again, but he still has to stay at his third plate. Well, is he actually going to go out on the map? The stim is there. 2 Colossi. They do have extended thermal lance. This is going to be a tough fight for the Terran to take. He splits his army well, but are the numbers there? Only a single tank, 2 medevacs, a little bit of bio, but he gets out too bold, too fast. Going down that ramp could put him in a position. Nice pickup on the tank, but at this point, Young Jiddle just continues stepping forward. Songjin tried to meet him out on the map, and he might regret that decision as he's dipping heavily in supply. University of Michigan's Terran player, well, nope, that wasn't hard. Protoss player finding himself now in a comfortable position. Once again, Songjin attacking a little bit, but too little too soon. And Young Jiddle's, every time I say it, I feel like I keep having to say it, but also I want to say it. So it's moving on. He's going to have Archons, he's going to have Storm, he's going to have +2. Songjin still has his third. He still has a lot of production, but once again, his unit count been cut down. And from here, bio isn't going to cut it. No matter how much you micro units that start with M, it's not going to solve all your problems when your opponent has more splash damage than a tsunami. There's a Ghost Academy out there if he wants to remake Ghost, though as oftentimes happens in these scenarios, it's easy to forget. It's easy to forget that you had that Ghost Academy, or you had whatever proxy starport or Twilight Council. So it's likely he did. We'll have to see. As Storm finishes, Young Jiddle moving out again, there's really no options for counter damage. If he sends any of his units out, he risks getting run over. But if he doesn't send them out, he's going to struggle to keep this attack from hitting in a timely manner. Young Jiddle now finding the Ghost Academy. He will, well, if he focuses his efforts, be able to take it out. But this is a Protoss death ball. He's got 3 Colossi. He's got Storm. Is he just going to go for it? A great concave here for the Terran, but he doesn't have 2-2 upgrades. The Storms are here. None of them connecting yet. Possibly the worst engagement that Young Jiddle could take, but the Storms may turn things around. The Colossus being targeted. The Colossus knocked over. But is it enough? Blinks forward. Archon on the way. Well, the Marines and Marauders are thinning out. The Viking hits the deck, and Songjin's supply, all his SCVs, and his 3rd command center are gone. Well, the 3rd command center is being picked at. I still don't know if Young Jiddle will have what he needs to finish the game, but he takes another resounding victory. He's consolidating his lead, and he's near to the point where he can lay down the killing blow. The Ghost Academy and 4th Nexus making fast frenemies here. The Zealots will come in and ruin their tenuous relationship, and Young Jiddle retreats. But for how long? He's crossing his T's, dotting his I's, and building his Stargate as the last thing that could potentially threaten him. Things like ranged liberators or siege tanks, negated by Tempest. So Tempest, not a bad call. Now, the risk here is if he doesn't focus enough on meat on his main army units, he could actually reach too far for tech and overextend, especially against a Terran who's really focused on upgrades. But He's got a lot of room to work with, at the very least. We can say that. All right, double medevac on the way, heading towards the net. Now this is going to hit at a location and at a time that is going to be difficult for Young Jittle to defend. He keeps giving himself options, but they keep not quite being enough. This drop is coming in. Will we get a recall? He's going to split the forces. Young Jittle has seemed to be a little bit heavy on the Selecto Army hockey. The drop in the main, drop in the net. He's trying to, he's tearing him apart right now. No response yet from Young Jittle. It appears he's forced an all-in. Young Jittle just not responding at all. He's got a huge army going across the map. Remember, 20 supplies committed on the opposite side. Is he going forward or is he going back? It appears he has to choose from one of those options. Some zealots being warped in. The forge is gone. No +1 armor is happening. But how many units are actually at home? He blinks forward. He can target down the tank. Depot's being hit by the Colossus. Songjin once again doing everything he can to really turn the tides here. But the course of this game has been, well, the direction has been set for so long. The storm's on nothing but zealots, essentially. There's just no units left. Every attack that Songjin has done was just not quite enough. He dug himself into quite a hole to start the game, and he wasn't able to climb out of it, not in time. And Young Jittle will keep it together for long enough to bring it home. We should be seeing GG any second as our University of Michigan player will tie up the scoreboard against University of Texas at Austin, or Texas University at Austin. One of the two. You got the idea. And we got a match on our hands. 135 supply. We'll have to see. Now we have some strategy. Who do you send out next? Do you send out one of your higher level players in game number 3? Do you send out do you just send out your best player to try to get to match point? We'll find out. I don't know. We don't have we can talk. I don't know. I said we can talk to Clemson players. That's what I was about to say. But we do have everyone on Discord as well. So it's 1-1, all tied up. We still have, both teams have to win 2 more matches if they were to win. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to describe best of 5. So University of Texas will be able to counterpick whatever player University of Michigan sends out. We're going to find that out very soon. I'm not entirely sure the exact process. I imagine for Michigan, they're going to point at someone. But for Texas, they'll have to figure out how to counterpick. And I'm going to turn off these Discord notifications because you guys can't hear it, hopefully. They can't hear it. Yeah, it's a different computer. But, like, half the game was Discord notifications. So that's lots of fun. We're going to figure out how to use the technology. Whereas, can we get a close-up on this water bottle? We'll go camera 3. There you go. All right, distract yourselves. Can I get a, I don't know if there are any water. Be creative, all right? Show me your best water bottle-related emojis in the chat. Stay engaged. And then go to Match Arena. Go give these players some more money. It supports college Starcraft, Starclash, as we're calling this event, and definitely didn't just come up with today. All these exciting things. Oh, wait, are we sponsored by Aquafina? Should probably take the water bottle off. We've actually got free Red Bull here. So all water, great water, exciting water here. This mouse is, I don't know what type of mouse this is, but this shirt, Blizzard Entertainment, so kind as to provide, as in it was in the BlizzCon goodie bag from last year, so amazing there. There we go. Now, unnamed Excalibur bottle, exciting things. And the teams are picking their players. So the strategy, the excitement, more than just your normal, boring, old-fashioned show match. There we go. And I fixed everything. All right, give me 2. But we are back. Thank you guys for tuning in for this event. I'm at Michigan State University's official communication headquarters newsroom to bring you all the excitement. Stay tuned. And remember, if you're at Michigan State University, we still have free pizza. So come on down. Do we still have free pizza? We should. Okay. I may eat at some point, but I'm fueled by pure, unadulterated passion. So don't go anywhere because we're actually loading up the next match. So like, actually, we're not going to a commercial. Don't really do commercials. The commercials are give these players more money by going to Match Arena. Use the Starclash command. What are we at? Give me a number. We're at $453.05. We started the day at $8. So that more than $8. Thank you to Morris94, Aldebaran, Pam Lindbert Polis. Yeah, it's pretty far away. So, but with the Go Green as well. Dr. Detroit, Isaac, Vesh, Jonathan Green again, Higgs, K. Bella, Jonathan Green twice, $200. You didn't even point this out to me. Ask Backwards, one of the organizers, well, pretty much the organizer of this event, contributing a cool 45 cents. So thank you to him for making that happen. Thank you to you guys for tuning in and supporting as we get deeper into this match. We've got these are two of our higher level players here for sure, based on their borders. We got Commando 2000 up against Isaac, and we're starting now. Game number 3, University of Michigan versus Texas University at Austin. Let's get started. Port Alexander. They added the big game hunters. Who added big game hunters? Why are we on big game? We're gonna need to restart that. I appreciate it's BGH, not ACS. Oh well. Can we get them to? Does he have? We're not playing big game hunters here today. That might be later. We need to figure out the games so they know. All right, I'm gonna. All right. Also, as fun as that would be, we got to remake the lobby. Give me. We'll get back into it. Yeah, the real strats. We'll sneakily go to big game hunters. No, you want to go to WCS? No. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, we'll work with it. We'll get there. Great job, team. Yeah, that's the one. Great job, everybody. We should have just been using the Yoinkcraft mod. Everybody knows that's the most competitive. Do we have exciting things happening? Oh, we've got signs. We have here Michigan State University. Who put in the effort to draw all this? Now you're gonna. There you go. Can I get a Go Green in the chat? Now Michigan State not playing here. Or it's off the camera. Well, I'll have it. I'll have it. It'll be here. So let's go, everyone. Are we ready? Oh, I gotta say we're ready. We're gonna get. They're doing some. We got a lot of people working on this production here today. Go Green, go Purple, go U of M, Texas, Longhorns, Wolverines, Tigers, Spartans. One of those not like the other. I'll let you decide which. We are ready to go. We're gonna get started. Game number 3. Let's go. Was I looking at the right camera? Yeah. Or was I? Yes, I was. I think I got it. Great job, everybody. Great job, team. Twitch chat. Always just say I was doing the right thing and it was amazing. Otherwise, I will ban you. Oh, I forgot. Oh, not the swallowing again. All right, I did. All right. Excitement in the top left, representing the University of Texas at Austin. It is Isaac. And in the bottom right for Michigan, Hailstorm, of which we might have going on right now outside. It's raining heavily. It's supposed to snow later. How exciting. Fun to drive in. Can we get those scores on the board? We got 1-1, all tied up. and Terran versus Zerg, the iconic matchup. The one, when you think of StarCraft, you think of Terran versus Zerg. That's because everyone hates Protoss. We all know that. Even Protoss players. No. Some of my best friends are Protoss. Speaking of which, a little self-promotion here. Tomorrow night, I don't know if we have a command for this yet. You can check out Twitter. Tomorrow night, I will also be doing a match. That one's going to be from home. But we've got Team Kimchi versus Team Mustache. You might be like, who are those people? And the answer, of course, Team Kimchi, Kiwion, and Parting up against Team Mustache, who is Vibe and M Canning. So look forward to that. It's going to be a combination 1v1, 2v2 match. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and you should be watching all the time. Back to the game. So far, we've gone without any incredibly early aggression. We've got what looks to be a Reaper expand. Wait. So his battle tag was Commando, but his in-game name, Hailstorm. Neither here nor there. What was the other guys? Doesn't matter. I like Hailstorm as a name. That's a good name. I don't know. I don't really have anything to back that up. Both of them good names. Great names. Good job, everybody. First Reaper coming out. Reaper expand. 1/1/1 Destiny Cloudfist build. It looks like quite a throwback. And a third base. From what I understand, these are two of the top players on the teams. They're both masters. I'm not sure what level, but they've mastered the game, is what it means. So we should be seeing a match that is recognizable from the perspective of, like, say, if you were watching WCS Me, for example, over these past weekends. Now, you might be like, well, what do you mean? Aren't these all Grandmasters? Well, this event started with no prize pool. These are just a bunch of nerds getting together, enjoying some StarCraft, having some fun. It's a LAN event. I'm like, they asked, like, you gonna come out and come from our newsroom? That'll definitely be way higher quality than if you were at home. And I think we're making it higher quality than at home. I hope you guys are enjoying the cast live from the event. But yeah, there was no prize. Just everybody wants to play some StarCraft from these college teams. But you guys are definitely making it something more. It's already $450, just spread between the teams. Obviously, the winning team gets more, I assume. Do we have a prize split on that? Do we know? 60-30? And then the rest, if you lose horribly, you get nothing? Yeah, well, they deserve nothing. Okay. So, now, these are just players who happen to sign up. It's like we'll play some StarCraft. We'll wake up on a Saturday morning, especially for Texas, where it's, what is it, Mountain Time or Central Time? I don't know, it's earlier. I didn't know they woke up in the morning in Texas, so it's a big day for them. Gotta wrangle those Longhorns. First Viking coming out, wrangling the Longhorn Overlord. Now, the Viking will reveal there's probably no major early aggression, as that's a lot of starport time. Texas has 3 time zones. Wow, everything is bigger in Texas, I guess. The first Viking does indicate there's not going to be like a really quick Hellbat push. Now, Hellbats are still very much on the table, but it denies any early or easy scouting opportunities. I like this. Even Cloak on the way here. So the Cloak is just to indicate, I don't think he's actually going to go for Cloak. Wait, did he cancel and make a Liberator there? There is no medevac. No, he got the medevac out. I'm a crazy person. But he's going to add on a Liberator. The Cloak, I think, is just for show. I don't know if he'll cancel it. He should, as he has no Banshees. It served its purpose of potentially indicating to his opponent that he wants to go for Cloak Banshee. But the Viking did kill it before the medevac was scouted, from what I understand. Queens of the Defense, it's going to be mech. Wow, quite a quick commitment to +1 mech weapons. He's really going down that road. And if you're able to stabilize with solid upgrades on mech, that is, well, that's the ticket. That's usually the biggest struggle, is get mech, just building the factories, adding on units. That takes so much gas. But if you can get your upgrades alongside all your production, it makes it very difficult for a Zerg to keep up, who has overall cheaper units and cheaper infrastructure compared to mech. A lot of Hellions coming through. Just Is Isaac going to be prepared? He has Banelings on the way. The Hellbats are on the creep. They are spotted out, but they go into Hellbat mode. A little bit of extra HP, and of course, very difficult to engage with just Zerglings. The Medevac drop in the main coming through as well. There is a Liberator. I'm not sure where it ended up sieging up. The Hellions in the main finding a bunch of unprotected drones. The dual prong attack heating things up. Hailstorm, our University of Michigan player, 15 drones so far, and he is not done. Still has 3 Hellions, can easily one-shot lines of drones. The Zerglings are on their way back, and so far, 20 workers killed, and well, he's not done. He's still not done. The Zerglings died. This is it's gone from terrible to disaster. 27. Okay, that's too much. That is too many drones. He was not equipped. He had plenty of queens. They just weren't spread around well enough. Now, if Hailstorm, if he did not have that third command center, if he didn't have his upgrades in production, okay, Isaac can bounce back. But Isaac, he just started his Roach upgrades. He had Lingbane. He lost 27 drones. The Hellions went down, but there's no counterattack potential. There wasn't a quick lair, and he's not going to just go straight into some sort of silly Mutalisk tech. Oh, God, it's not over. It's not over. The Hellions coming again. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I'm great at counting. 10 more drones. It was tenuous before. It was not... The workers killed were bad. It was bad, but it wasn't over. 10 more drones just as his economy was starting to recover. That's critical damage. It's going to be, there's quite a hole now that he's been dug into. He's not going to unburrow very easily. That 50, you don't want to be even on workers with a mech player. You don't want to be on even economy. You don't want to be on worse upgrades. Everything about mech is more cost effective. The idea with mech is it's supposed to be clunky. It's difficult to build up an army. It takes a lot longer than a Zerg who can get a huge amount of drones and a lot of production and larva and then just overwhelm the swarm. But 4 bases for Hailstorm. He's killed so many workers. He's bought himself so much time and space and he's used it well. And it's looking very good for him. Now, at some point he does have to bring out the army. Does he have Blue Flame? Not done, almost done. A few seconds out. Isaac, he just has to hope. It's got to be a little bit of luck and also a little bit of timing. He has to gamble. He can't just kind of build some drones, build some units. He either has to really focus on the unit count, try to smash an attack that comes out maybe a little bit too early, or he has to play as defensive as possible, greedy, almost no units. He's already sprinting to Hive, and then hope to hold on just enough to let his tech pay off. Because when you take that much of an economic hit early on, you don't have the ability to do both. Oh God, Blue Flame Hellions. Those drones going up like paper. 11 more. The queens are a nice backstop. He has some creep spread. But Isaac keeps getting beat again and again. Hailstorm's doing everything right. The only thing I'd like to see are maybe a couple Thors. There's not a Spire on the way, but he's crossing his T's, dotting his I's. He's got his 4th base up solid. 68 drones, 2-2 on the way. Isaac, he has a Hive. Vipers would be the only option from a Hive right now. He has no Spire, no Brood Lord option. Ultralisk, not going to do anything. Vipers are give you options. He needs options. Because right now Isaac has been removing them methodically. Isaac, oh my God, 150 to 110. 2 Thors on the way. I'm, like, without Vipers in production, I'm grasping. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for listening. The Vipers are the chance. They're the dream. So you get... Oh, God. Ah! Look away. Zerg players, look away. It's rated R for wrecked. 6 drones. And it's also the fear. It's about fear. Okay. The Hellions, they're always there. They're always waiting, watching. Well, really more like driving quickly. But a few Hellions can take your very fragile economy and break it again. As Hailstorm doing a great job sending out those Hellions regularly. Now the big mistake that Hailstorm could make, and he has a lot of room for error here, let's make no mistake, is taking too long to attack, waiting too long, and giving Isaac enough space. The Vipers have yet to be scouted. The problem is, even with the Vipers, even with 2/2 upgrades, he's got his battery charger evolution chambers there. This is a scary mech army, and it's not like he's all in. He's rebuilt. He's got, I don't know, 5, 6 factories here. We got 6 factories, 3 starports, 2 armories, 3 on the way. Even if Hailstorm loses this army, he's far from losing the game. How does Isaac hold? 14 more roaches. There are ravens, hellbats in front. Beautiful blinding cloud to start things off. That's exactly what Isaac needed. Got to get the Ravagers as close as possible. Another blinding cloud. The tanks in the back not helping out. Isaac starting this fight, but doesn't really have the units. The tank's now no longer blinded. It starts off well here for Isaac. He does as well as could be expected, but the tanks in the back, an incredible backstop. The tanks in the front shut down. That's good. Is it good enough? It's unlikely. As the mech army continues to parade across the map. More tanks now. He's got 9 on the field, 3 in production, 5 Vikings he's not even going to deal with. The Vipers are gone. It was a good defense, good splits, but the damage is too much. And now, well, oh, wow, that was a great split. Never mind, I take it all back. I was wrong. Tanks taken out. That was an incredible split. Very well done by Isaac. Once again, still though. A whole lot of not losing, but the opportunities for winning limited. Especially like he has no hive tech, he has no kicker. There's no exponential increase in his army value. There's nothing like Broodlords or Vipers or even Infestors or Swarm Hosts. Roach Hydra is one of the most... having twice as much Roach Hydra is about 2 times as good as having half as much. That was very confusing. What I'm trying to say is another Hydra doesn't add a lot to your army, but a Viper does. So he's adding Vipers, he's adding +3. I'm not gonna, no more math. We're gonna talk in feelings and platitudes. So like, 1 Hydra in the production tab is worth nothing in the face of a Viper on the field. That's not even like a metaphor. That's just saying something in a weird way. Moving on. The Hellions are back! And they're angry. How can I tell? It gets very hot in those Hellions. 10 more drones going down. 11. I don't know what that scan was. I guess he's just kind of taking a look. Another mech army. 3 upgrades. This is terrifying. Oh my god, says Hailstorm. I have no idea why. Do we, like, I'm looking over. Check, reapply. Not sure what he's talking about. This is a little friendly. This is no longer a friendly match. Isaac, like, why are you talking to me right now? What is this? These Michiganders. And yes, that is what they call us. It's a weird name. I don't know what he's talking about. Did he kill his own command center or something? Did anyone see? That is far... I don't care. I don't care how many blinding clouds you have. It's not enough. That army is... yeah. There you go. The mech army finally brings it home. Hailstorm takes it for University of Michigan. And that will be match number 3. 2-1 for the Wolverines, bringing it back a couple matches. So now it's going to be on Texas. They got to bring it to match point. I mean, I hope we see our first ace match. Ace match, that's a great way to call it. But ace match if we are able to get to Game 5. And I assume at this point, Texas, they still have players. I don't know the rosters. Do we have a roster page? No, we're asking too much. We're asking too much. I'm sure the next Longhorn to come out will be ready to take on the challenge. We have left for University of Michigan. They don't have a deep bench, I'll tell you this much. I know one of their players is in Platinum, and that player I don't believe has played yet. We're at $478.60. Can we bring that up on the stream? Zixor, thank you for that contribution. Harakilla, as always, gotta get in on this winter hype. Give me a winter hype in the chat. Thank you guys, Morris94. We're almost at 500 bucks. That's pretty good. That's almost as much as probably one of the, no, I don't know what I'm gonna compare. Everything in this room is way more expensive than you think it is. This is we're very professional here. I'm always very professional. When people think of me, they think of professional. So I'm gonna drink the water. So you might wanna mute the mic. Professional. All right. We're going into Port Alexander. Let's see what players we got coming up next. Nope. We're not going to see. No, I lied. Why did it say Port Alexander? No. Kairos Junction. Last game was Port Alexander. For those of you keeping track at home, and I know you are. What? We're losing fake Jimmy. What does that do? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Fill time. Hunter Freak. Coming up next. There are so many. For those who don't know, we're in the newsroom right now. It's surrounded by glass windows, so you can see everybody walking by. I feel a little bit like, as you can see there. Great job, guys. As we are, well, we're very exposed, but then again, now that I think about it, I'm essentially, most days, in a glass cage with hundreds, if not thousands, of you watching. So it's a little creepier to think about now, and I won't be able to get that out of my head. Thank you for joining us. Oh, we got to get into the next match. We have Hunter Freak. No, we have Timoris. Oh, Timoris versus Hunter Freak. So this is a bit of a mismatch, because Timoris has taken many of my letter points in the past, whereas Hunter Freak is almost to diamond. So this is an underdog story. Hunter Freak Hunter Freak has his work cut out for him. It's going to be a TVT. Yeah, Timoris. Orange. That's not how you spell orange. It looks like we will be going. I'm excited to see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Who knows? Hunter Freak might stun the world. But I almost caught myself moving into, like, for the ace match, how are we going to do that? Do they know who the players are going to be? Do they just tell, like, an admin? I'm going to find out alongside you guys. It's very exciting. But they do get a revive. That is important. So these players, they can decide to bring out one of the players already played, like maybe Hailstorm, for example. So they do get a chance to bring back maybe their ace player. That's why it's called an ace match. All right. Are we ready? We're almost there. Game number 4. Texas versus Michigan. Here we go. They got their school logos all lined up. I wonder if U of M was taken. I don't know why we have UOM. Food for thought. Minnesota or Mississippi? Well, let's challenge them to a duel for that clan tag. Maybe next week or next time. Probably not next week. Let's introduce our players. I'm sorry, I was not on top of that. In the bottom right, the Terran player. It's Timoris coming out to keep his team on top, or at least bring them even. Can we get the scores on the board? Thank you. 2-1. And he's got a clutch hit. In the top left, for the University of Michigan, we have the Zerg Challenger, Hunter Freak. I once again say Challenger because, while many of these matches, like, we don't have too many Grandmaster players. Most of them are Masters of Diamond. Hunter Freak, as a true testament to his spirit and passion, is a Platinum player. So, not as experienced when it comes to playing StarCraft, but having passion for StarCraft. And I'll tell a little fun anecdote while this pull first happens. He's also the player who seemed most excited to talk about my stream. So is there a direct correlation to being less skilled at StarCraft and enjoying my stream? Let's not draw any conclusions there. But it's going to be a pull first. And Timoris has been Grandmaster in the past. He's been, I think he's made some runs towards WCS. He streams a lot. I believe it's Lord Timoris on Twitch. I don't think he's streaming right now because, of course, as you might imagine, school is in session right now. A major blow to the StarCraft community. SCV Scout. Unfortunately, the SCV will lead the Zerglings back to their own base and reveal that this is indeed a pull first and give him the time he needs to react. So the opportunity to get damage done with those early Zerglings is, well, it does not exist. Timoris has his base set. He realizes exactly what the options are. He saw how much gas was being mined, the expansion timing. Unfortunately for Hunter Freak, that Overlord, well, is that a high ground? It doesn't really matter because the Marine, oh, there it goes. Oh, run, fly, fly you fool. I don't know if flying will help. He's on the run. Alaire's on the way. A Roach Warren. Press F to pay respects. This Overlord not gonna make it. What is the plan? What is the plan with the lair? I don't know. Does Hunter Freak know? Also up for debate. Timoris on the chase. No speedlings here might be a bit of a giveaway. The Reaper could potentially just jump into the main base and see that the lair is done in just a moment. It may very well do that. Hunter Freak. The lair's done. Okay. What's up next? Timoris going for the 1-1-1, the nice, safe, stable build. It's a Nidus. Not a bad choice. Going to be quite obvious, I think, to Timoris here. And remember, Nidus did get a bit of a nerf. Was it last week? It was last week, where it can actually be killed, which is a massive nerf and should never have been done, right, Zerg players? It has less armor, so Marines and Hellions and SCVs can actually damage it in a meaningful way. There's literally 0 drones at the natural. Timoris with some smooth micro moves. We'll get into the main. Well, the Reaper will go down, but I think it got the key information. You can do it, Roaches! All right, the Roaches in the Nidus network. Where is the Nidus going to go, though? Timoris doesn't have that many units. Well, he's not building the Nidus. Hunter Freak. He's not. Well, you have to. Well, there's a beginning and an end to every Nidus, as they say. And this Nidus has a beginning, but I feel like it may have ended before it started. Now you gotta build the worm somewhere. Okay, he builds it at the natural. Timoris responds. Now, it's actually going to pop out. I'm kind of surprised here. There's double Liberator on the way, though. Oh, there's a tank out. Okay, well, that's not great. Oh, well. Decoy Nidus. The Nidus in the main is the real true Nidus. That you are the chosen one. Timoris, with incredible star sense, predicts he won't build the Nidus in the exact same spot. The Nidus pops out and dies. All right. So, Hunter Freak. Really screwed. Yeah, he's super dead. Well, how does Tomorrow's choose to kill? Well, that is, we're gonna macro it out. I appreciate the tenacity of Hunter Freak. And were his opponent not such an accomplished StarCraft player, I would give him some hope. But right now, I am hard-pressed to see an option. Maybe, out of the goodness of their heart, someone can go to Morris, I don't know if they're in a LAN center or something at Texas, and just pull him away from the computer for a few minutes and give Hunter Freak a shot. Because otherwise, he's... or if someone could go take over the keyboard, maybe a combination of both. But 6 Hellions may be enough here. Oh, the 3 slow Zerglings in the middle of the map do not make the difference, unfortunately. Liberator is going to be a difficult... Oh, beautiful... Oh, no. Okay. Well, it's a massacre. He's actually going to be able to avoid 1 Liberator. 12 of the what was once 30 drones or so are dead. The Hellions get in. He would have killed a lot more drones if there were a lot more drones to be killed, but there are not. So, that's... Well, he's not dead. The game will go on. So, let's talk more about the Starclash, a name that was coined approximately 10 minutes before we started the stream. The original name was StarCraft 2 College Tournament, which I thought was boring. So we're going with March Madness Starclash. Check out the Starclash or College Clash or bracket commands for those of you who can't do any of those things. And so far, we started at $8 on the Match Arena page to support this. This is just a fun, friendly match. We got we're at Michigan State University, where University of Michigan's team, their StarCraft club, of which Hunter Freak is a member, drove out or took. I think some of them took a bus. That's a whole commitment, and it's like an hour away. I drove out to be here, experiencing it live, and I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. But you guys have turned this from $8 into almost $500 now. We're at, what are we at? $480, of which the first and second place teams get the lion's share, if not all, but that is competition for you. All right, another Liberator shows up. Hunter Freak, just really, really passionate and really tenacious and really super dead. He just might not know it yet. We're getting there. I don't know. At some point, like, Timoris has to decide, do I go for mass nuke or not? It looks like he's really taking it very seriously for his team. And I think he might be revived for the ace match. I feel like he is probably the best player on University of Texas's team. I don't know that for sure. Maybe I don't know their whole roster. In fact, I'm learning of the roster as these players come out. But there are 10 more drones dead. Super dead, though. Super dead. The Cyclones and Hellions, there are 4 roaches. He's got 10 more roaches coming out. So that's more roaches. But the amount of micro that Timoris is doing, just keeping his hands warmed up, his micro sharp, and also totally unnecessary. He's getting high sec auto tracking. We're going to get quite a game here, where once we thought there was no game to be had. And still continue to think so, by the way. High sec auto tracking. Really? Really, Tim? I don't know if his name is actually Tim. It would be a little weird if it wasn't, but I don't know if it is. Really, Tim? What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Bring the... come on. Go. Whew. Yep. Okay. Moment of silence for Hunter Freak. Oh god. I feel like there are more Cyclones than any Zerg unit. Almost. Almost more than Drones. Alright. GGA, WP, and we're going to the ace match. Here in the March Madness Starclash, it's 2-2. Now, that might have seemed like a foregone conclusion, but Hunter Freak keeping himself in that match for long enough to make it, I guess some would argue, interesting. But now, the drama. Both players have their full rosters at their disposal. They can pick any player, even if it's a player who already played. I'd love to get an update on what Hailstorm did. It just came to my mind. What Hailstorm did that would have required looking at a replay, apparently. He did end up still just winning the game. So, but for University of Texas, I feel like Timoris is probably their best player, but I'm not sure who else is on the roster. 4 players per team, so they got options. Whereas Hailstorm seemed to be the best player for U of M. So I'm not sure who gets to decide the map on this. Would it be the loser of the last match? Do we have any idea? We're going to figure it. Do you know who decides? No. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to flip a coin or something. Not that we have. Open a water bottle. But they have to decide their ace players. It's a best of 1, and the winner moves on to face Michigan State University in the upper bracket. The loser going down to the losers bracket. There are only 4 teams, so the bracket is pretty short. But having to play an entire other match definitely makes things more difficult. We've already got quite the prize pool. Thank you guys for tuning in. Where did I put? Oh, the whiteboard's all the way over there. My beautiful bracket. Clemson University was knocked down 3-0 by the Spartans. So whoever loses this match will be facing them. To be honest, Clemson not showing. They had a couple strong players, well, relatively strong players. But it didn't seem they had the depth that these other teams do. So we'll see. Are we ready yet? No, I would be the one to know. They're talking. I would be the one. We have not Jimmy/Quinn here today. Can you wave? Can you wave to the people, Quinn? No. Everybody, can I get a hey guys in the chat? But thank you for joining us today. I need to work on. Whenever I do anything where I have to look at myself on camera standing up, I think about how terrible my posture is and how everybody sit up. I know, you're hunched over, you're looking at your phone or something. Come on, I'm standing up. It's a lot of effort. I rarely do. I had to go outside again 2 weeks in a row. God, the struggle I go through for you guys. It's young Jiddle, I think, is our ace player here for University of Michigan, by the way. I'm not sure for Texas as of yet. But once we figure that out, you guys can tune in. Can we put music like underneath in between the games, or is that a lot of effort? There is music? Oh, I can't hear it. So just hopefully you guys are enjoying this beautiful no copyright playlist. So I was like, do I have to fill all the time or just most of the time? You got to start. Well, that's okay. We don't need Starcraft right now. It's just the menu screen. But the menu music, dun, dun, there is no music. So he's lying to me. Are you lying to me?
I'm not lying to you.
He says he's not lying. So one of you is lying, either Twitch chat or there is music. Okay. So Twitch chat is lying. Well, that's par for the course. So, New Repugnancy is where we'll decide this match. Remember, match arena. Young Jiddle says, get ready for the pain. And Timoris, brought out once again, says, okay. That is his response. Young Jiddle does seem like someone who would say, get ready for the pain. We're at still $480 on Match Arena. All right, they're getting their player colors set. The Wolverines versus the Longhorns. We are ready to go. The last match of our first round will decide who's moving on. I feel like I'm saying the same thing a lot, and that's because I am. Let's go. Our ace players are out. It's all decided here. No, go to the other screen.
Go on the screen.
The Starcraft. There you go. God, as you can tell, we are a well-oiled machine. You said it 3 seconds you were going to do it. This wasn't enough the pointing? Well, yeah, I was pointing at that. What, I have to point at you too? Work with it! Work with it!
You were pointing at camera 2, so I'm like, ah, he wants camera 2.
All right, context clues. We were already on camera 2. We'll come up with it. We'll come up with a signal. All right. If I blink my eyes, then yeah. Still better than WESG. It's fine. All right. Music is too loud. Is it? No, just one guy. Wait. Let me introduce these players. This is very important. They're not proxying each other. All right. I think we got Tambi. Do we got Tambi over there on this? Can I get the scores up 2-2 to start? And then let's introduce. Music is too loud. Music just right. Music too loud. Music too quiet. Control Shift 5 and then Shift 2, Control 2 on that observer. There we go. And then in the top right for the University of Michigan, scouting. Very well. He's got some post-traumatic barracks disorder, but scouting all around. We got young Jiddle coming back again to try to save the day for the Wolverines. But in the bottom left, with a solid execution in the previous match, we do have the top Terran player from the University of Texas at Austin, the Longhorn champion, steering his team potentially towards victory. It's Timoris. No, neither player willing to commit to that early proxy. I respect that. I think both of them, well, young Jiddle definitely showed some weakness. In the last match, I believe it was, I can't even remember now, against Sungjin. It seemed he did have a proclivity to use the Select All Army hotkey. He got himself into situations that were pretty easy to exploit, but he put together a solid army, built a lot of probes. That's what it takes, right? Whereas Timoris, if he can exploit that even a little bit, maybe some early medevacs. It does look like he has 2 racks to start, maybe 3. Is that a 3 racks play? Wow. Okay, quite a commitment here. He's looking to just knock him over right off the bat. Already 2 probes went down to the Reaper, so solid micro from Timoris. I feel like he's going to be the ace player from today. There are a few of these players on these teams that have taken my ladder points. Timoris has probably taken the most of anyone I've seen yet. So, of course, we're talking Masters and Americas, right? Like Masters, Grandmasters. I'm sure they played each other, too. I just zoned out talking to myself. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to my self-help class, where I help myself and no one else. Another probe from the Reaper. Reapers should not be getting even 1 kill is a bit much here, but Timoris racks up 4 before the Reaper going down, sees the Stalker, sees no potential counter-aggression. And things are looking great for the Texan player here. Young Jiddle is sitting back. He's going to build up to Colossi, a very solid but slow unit composition. Just one that doesn't require much finesse. You work up to your tech, you build up, and then you hope you have a unit composition they can't deal with. But Timoris, Timoris has more SCVs than there are probes. The reason that is such an issue is Terran also has mules. Mules on top, that's their kind of economic bonus. The mules allow the Terran player to have even more income. So if they have more workers and mules, their income far outstrips. You can see right there by the minerals count, their incomes per minute. And Timoris with a few hundred more, that's a lot more Marines. That's the one thing he doesn't have right now that's going well for young Jiddle. This is a straight bio push. That's been scouted. He's ready for it. He got a Robobay done. He does not seem to have a Colossus. Starport is going to be very late with the factory halfway done. Here comes Timoris looking to go for the kill. The probes are already off the line. I feel like he has the numbers here. Another probe decides it wants to die at the hands of the Terran, but this is probably the best unit composition and the best tech setup that young Jittle could have. He's got Colossi on the way, almost done, before the factory finishes. Just not having access to Starport, there's really hard decisions to be made if there are multiple Colossi. Does he get multiple Starports? Does he try to fight the Colossi head-on? Or does he just rely on bio-momentum to try to run them over without enough support? The supply is a little misleading with how much tech there is on the field right now. Young Jittle definitely will have an opportunity. He'll have an opportunity to hit before there's really a direct counter to the Colossi. So I don't know if he'll be able to recognize that. His observer on the other side got sniped off a while ago. He's got another one coming out. But he's going to have to find a timing. Timoris already has, he's got 10 more workers. He's got +1 infantry weapons. 2 medevacs on the way. It's really going to come down to whether young Jittle has the support for his splash damage. Because Timoris is pumping out so many bio units. Those Colossi must be protected. And if they fall, so does the University of Michigan in this match. The third base scouted about as quick as it could possibly be scouted with a single Marine. We will have to see. While young Jittle does have that strong army, scan for observers is going to split off the drops, a smart move. Drops were a definite, massive, not a thorn, a spike in his side up against the other Texan player. And right now, Colossi are not a unit that splits easily. They're not a unit that you can just have one over here, one over there. The more you have together, the better they are. And he hasn't spotted the drops yet. If you're building Colossi, you don't have much time to build observers on that robotics facility. So young Jittle is going to have to defend the main without giving up position at the front. The double drop coming in, already going to be dropping out into the main base. There's no energy for a recall on the Nexus. A couple warpins aren't going to stop this. Young Jittle has some very tough decisions to make. The Templar Archives being spotted, being scouted, and being sniped off. The Colossi come back to help deal with this. He picks up. The third base is under fire as well. No splash damage here to help out. He drops on top of the Colossi. He's trying to duck on them. They get stuck on the gas guys, or I didn't even know that could happen. But the bio army on the left and the drops on the right, he's tearing him apart. As there's just so much to deal with, young Jittle unable to keep up so far. More probes going to go down. He's already down by 20 workers, and that number is climbing. +1 armor is done. It's now a 40 supply gap. The Colossi are good, but are they good enough? Does he have the potential to counterattack? Because these drops have ripped out his chances of actually having the tech to contend with what Timoris is doing. He's got a third. He's got another starport on the way. He's building Vikings. There's 3 Colossi and very little else on the field. He lost the Templar Archives. He's going to have Blink for, 5 Stalkers? And young Jittle can't just keep playing defense. Timoris is countering him directly. He's countering him head-on. He's not just going to sit around and try to play around the Colossi. Now that he's done the damage, knocked him off balance, he's going to go for the killing blow. And with Vikings and this much bio and better upgrades, young Jittle has one shot. He's got one opportunity. Will he capture it? Or will he let it slip? And even now, though, I don't know if this is an opportunity. This is just, that's a lot of bio. Any amount of Vikings make this difficult. They'll chip down the Colossi. There's not that many Stalkers. He can't go home. He's going home. Timoris has everything now. He even just got a Ghost Academy armory on the way. 4 Vikings at a time. Young Jittle is the macro of Timoris. That's going to be something to look out for today. Michigan State has to be looking on, thinking, okay, how do we take this guy out? Because right now, the ace player for Michigan having quite a struggle. He's got an okay Protoss army. Not nearly good enough. He's not going to be able to fight. How many Vikings? Oh my, 10 Vikings. There's not nearly enough Stalkers. Even if it was just the Vikings, I don't know if the Stalkers would stop them from killing the Colossi. The battle stims up. The Nexus falls almost instantaneously. In come the Vikings. Guardian Shield going to help, but not help enough. The Colossi being knocked over. The Bile standing their ground. There's just not that much splash damage left. Timoris does lose all his Vikings, but young Jiddle, bruised, battered, and beaten. Storm is a prayer, but there's already Liberators on the way. He has a Ghost Academy if he needs it. He hasn't felt provoked yet because he hasn't even seen any Templar. I don't believe there are any Templar. He's adding them now. But 167 to 93 supply. The Warp Prism, kind of an afterthought, taken out by some Vikings. He saw it on the sensor tower there. Timoris looking to lead his team to victory. He's almost there. Like, it's just time to close it out. Now, this is the test. Unfortunately, young Jiddle didn't have really the economy to put together the army, but the hardest part of playing Terran versus Protoss, if you ask most Terrans, is this late-game control against two forms of splash damage. You got Templar and you got Colossi. They both require a different response a lot of the time. Using Liberators, Ghosts, Bio, Vikings, oh my god, the Viking raid kills 6 probes. Using all of those and making sure you don't get your army out of position is a deadly dance. But Timoris loves an EMP on everything. The Colossi are the only splash damage left. The Liberator is going to zone them out. A handful of Stalkers are not enough to match them. And the Protoss army, and with it, the hopes of the University of Michigan evaporating beneath Timoris and his Bio Liberator army. Down goes the third. Down goes the pylons, down goes the supply, and down go the G's. There you go. Timoris takes it, and University of Texas at Austin is going to take our second first-round match and move on to face Michigan State University for the winner's bracket finals. A solid and crushing display. Both those games looking, and that was the ace match. That was U of M sending out the player they thought with the best chance to win. Didn't look very close. So Timoris, the Texas ace player, Michigan State. They have some players in reserve. We didn't see Tamby in the last match, who's a Grandmaster Zerg player. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But I believe we're going to do the losers bracket first. Will be first. So Clemson University up against University of Michigan to determine who has a chance to come back and who doesn't. But thank you guys for tuning in. Are we going to set up an interview with University of Texas? Is that what we're going to make that happen? Not let our dreams be memes. We're going to bring up the Matcherino. We got Matcherino. You guys up to $480 so far. I'm going to try to jump in to the University of Texas chat. I'll just jump into the chat. Just their whole. How's everybody doing today? 1 sec. I'll jump in when we figure out what we're doing. What? Can they hear me?
No. Well, they can hear you. We can't hear them.
They can hear me. Okay. So you need to be in that Discord.
We're going to direct somebody to the
Oh, okay. All right. So we're not just going to jump into random channels. Oh, okay. So we got a whole lot of preparation and all that here. Okay. All right. We got, what are these?
Just some beads for the home and away team.
Well, the away team, this is kind of weird to cut too.
We're going to be bringing in
We got some beads for, well, University of Michigan. Can I don't want to have a bunch of beads around this professional newsroom, but if I was at home, what I would do is, you know the rest. But Michigan State This is what we came up with.
Do you want me to drag you into Texas chat?
Yeah, I mean, I can click on it.
Well, you want me to drag that one?
Figure it out. We got fake Jimmy figuring it out for us. But for those of you just joining us, we're at the March Madness Starclash, which is a small, like a friendly pickup tournament between 4 college Starcraft 2 teams. We started out, there's essentially no prize pool. Now, since you guys decided there would be a bigger one, we're at $480. So a lot more than these players expected earlier on. Let's make sure I'm in the right thing. So now there's some real money on the line. And you know what $480 is to a college student? Like 2 days of tuition or unlimited ramen. And also they're going to be splitting it between the top 2 teams. And what do we got here?
You can join Texas chat now.
Oh, thank you. Why couldn't I join it before?
Because we need to get Yoda into the chat first, so that way the stream can hear him.
All right, how exciting. All right, I think it's working now. Do we have the technology? So, congratulations on your victory in the first match. How do you guys feel? We'll start with Isaac, who actually didn't end up taking his match. How do you feel, Isaac? Yeah, made it more interesting though, so that way you could bring Timoris out. Timoris, you've taken many of my ladder points, and now you've taken 2 games. How did you feel about them sending out young Jiddle in the ace match? It didn't look very. It wasn't very close, to be honest.
Win a lot of games against Protoss. I thought they could sneak one by me, but
apparently they could not hear us on the
They
stream.
can't hear you?
There's a bunch of people.
They say they wanted to show good games. They say they wanted to show good games for the fans. They want to thank you all for cheering them.
Show good games. Please cheer for me.
Please cheer for me.
For supporting the Longhorns, of course. Now we can. Oh, okay, yeah, they can hear now. So, Timoris, if you could repeat, I asked Timoris, what did you think about the choice to send out young Jiddle and just the match in general?
Yeah, I was surprised. I think they were trying to snipe me because my TVP is not as hot as my other matchups, but it was still pretty easy cleanup. So I'm happy with it.
So
Easy cleanup.
easy games.
Easy games.
How do you guys feel about facing Michigan State?
Easy.
Easy.
You
Does that
stop
summarize
throwing,
it?
It'll be easy.
You stopped throwing. Is that what?
Yeah. Yeah. Number 1 goal: stop throwing.
All right.
Yeah. As soon
Is
as we stop building proxy ghosts, I think it'll be a fucking sweep. No problem.
So, you have any comment on that, Sanjin?
Just-
I don't know if I think he's muted at the
Yeah.
moment. But
Well,
what
I
did
will
you
say
guys
just-
think? What did you guys think about his proxy
So
ghost build? You just
just
tell
before
me.
he dropped out of Discord to play his game, I just yelled at him, "Do proxy ghost."
So he
and he
did.
actually did it. The absolute madman.
We're just trying to give him more time to
he
raise the
seemed
prize
to
pool.
almost
That's all
make
that
it
we're
happen.
doing.
You're working on the prize pool? Was that?
We're just trying to draw out the games to increase the prize pool. Easy
Fair
money.
enough. Make it more interesting. Yeah. Show good games for the fans, if you will. There you go.
Exactly.
All right, thank you guys. I'll lie and say I hope to talk to you again at the end of the winners match. But good luck. And well, one more thing. Are you guys like in your dorm rooms? Or you at like a LAN center, or what's the setup you got
Yeah,
down
we're
there?
all at our own places. At our
Yeah.
apartments.
How convenient. All right, but with not as much passion as the Michigan teams, but more
No,
victories.
definitely not.
Thank you guys, and good luck in that next match.
Thanks.
Thanks.
That was the University of Texas team in a convoluted Discord conversation. Timoris, of course, leading the charge for the Longhorns. But next up, we do have the losers match, the elimination match. This prize pool you guys have put together, we still have 480. We got Quinn/fake Jimmy over here. Did you refresh? You gotta press the refresh button. That's also me. You don't have to refresh? Well, it's just not changing. You guys can change that. But $480. Getting eliminated at this stage, I think you get nothing. You get nothing.
It's only top two yet.
Only top 2.
66.5 to first place and 33.
So 2/3 go to the winning team, roster of 4 players, and then 1/3 goes to second place. If you lose this next match, you get nothing. So we're going to figure out whether the Wolverines or the Tigers are going to end up with nothing. We'll see if we're ready for the match. The technology is finally here. I can Alt-Tab. Oh, yeah, we're good to go. I did not expect that. I thought we'd do an awkward break or something, but no. Just action for you guys here at the Starclash. March Madness. And the first match is going to be, once again, Young Jiddle up against WowHub. So that's a name. Young Jiddle looking for the opportunity. Well, he's 1-1 today. Can he put Michigan on the board? Or, okay, are we good? Good job, teams. All right. Wrangling, it's almost as hard to wrangle esports players as it is to wrangle Longhorns. So, once we're ready to go, we'll get that game started in this $1 million newsroom at Michigan State University. I really hope I don't break anything. All right. Our losers bracket match begins. University of Michigan versus Clemson University. Let's go. Now, there we go. We did it. Is this 16 years old? Why did I read that comment of all the comments? All right. Let me introduce you to our first players. Starting it out, trying to keep their teams from being eliminated. Once again, for the University of Michigan Wolverines, we have a Young Jiddle with his probes. In the top left. Opening things up for Clemson. It's WowHub. Also as Protoss, our first Protoss versus Protoss. PvP, definitely. This is one of those matches where, well, one of those matchups where a lot of the times, if you ask particularly, I guess, strong, oh my God, that's a forge. I take it all back. Don't worry about. I was gonna say where sometimes the cheesier player wins, not necessarily the self-described more skilled, but as we see here, Young Jiddle's stealing a gas. Wait, WowHub is. WowHub took the gas, but he's also cannon rushing. So, but the probes are already here. It's a mess. It's a mess. So he's not cannon rushing, or is he? It's unclear. That's that. Okay, that's a place to put a pylon. That's a bit of a long distance cannon rush. Young Jiddle did steal one of the gases. There's some hot probe on assimilator action and also probe on probe. First blood goes to Young Jiddle and his murder probe. Is he really gonna? Okay. So that is definitely a place you can put a cannon. But is it a place you want to put a cannon? Is a much harder question. The probe, why, but Young Jiddle posed the probes. He's been baited into a response. This is like possibly the only situation in which this cannon rush will, well, he cancels the cannon. There, can I get camera 2? All right, let's go back. So Young Jiddle has a cyber core, and WowHub does not, which puts him in a pretty solid spot. As welcome. Well. WowHub with a very creative opening. But while you can make happy little accidents. That I don't think creativity is going to win this competition. It's not myself at the Gamers for Giving Bob Ross competition. Personal shout out, use the Bob Ross command. Yeah, young Jiddle right now is kind of freaking out like, was that really what just happened? What was it? And yes, the answer is yes. Wellhub has nothing. He's just building some cannons. Are you responding to people in chat? Do they deserve it? Oh. Pick some emojis. Let's get some Winter Y in the chat. I think describes this scenario as what? Oh, well, somebody yell it. That's why he's fake, Jimmy, guys. He's not subscribed to me. He can't use my emotes, so use them for him. No passion. He got a Stargate on the way and +1 shields. 2 words I didn't think I'd say in one sentence at this time. But Wellhub is definitely taking a different approach to how he wants to go about this game. You are subscribed. No, you have a thing next to your name. It's just Winter Y, like the, you know, like in the olden days when we spelled it with 3 letters. Y with WHY. You literally didn't know? Oh my god. Can we get camera on your face? No. So we should no cam. He actually didn't know like what I meant by that. That is real shame. Shame. You're already, somebody gifted you a sub. Oh my god. The cannon outpost is destroyed. You're a mess. You're a mess out there. All right. Young Jiddle has an overabundance of caution. This is what we've noticed from his game so far. He has scouted everything almost too much. He's pulled his probes, and for now, this is actually like there's a very small chance that young Jiddle will lose this game because he scouts so much and doesn't actually build units. It's not a large chance, but there's a chance. It's unlikely otherwise. The double immortal drop, one of the only things that is countered by Void Rays. He's sub but not following. I don't think it matters if you're sub. There you go. You gotta press the heart button, but you gotta ring the bell. All right, you gotta ring the bell. I didn't even know that existed. That's the first time I've seen the bell. I bet it's been there for like a year. How annoying. I didn't know they had that on Twitch too. That's so annoying. I mean, ring the bell, guys. So, young Jiddle needs to just like build units. And WowHub needs to go back in time and not do what he did. Because right now he's got a lot of work to do. At some point, you get enough Void Rays and your opponent doesn't have any anti-air, and you can win the game. That's about it. If young Jiddle tries to attack up into Void Rays and cannons, there's a dream for WowHub here. Maybe the Tiger can claw his way back into the match, but it appears our Wolverine player, the little weasel badger thing that a Wolverine is that what we landed on? It's like a large weasel. Going for the shield battery, the Void Rays. Where's that third? Wasn't there a third Void Ray? Where did it go? Well, Ah, yeah, it's like a large weasel. Look at that. Yeah, it looks... And then the rest are Wolverine from, like, X-Men. All right, good to know. I mean, I feel like I already knew that. Anyways, young Jiddle reaches the inevitable conclusion of this match. And... well, Hub is... He's down to 1 base, but that's never stopped him before. He has +1 and 4 Void Rays. So there's a dream. Hey, those rocks, they team up to take down the rocks, the true enemy of all players. And it appears young Jiddle not going to risk it. Going up that ramp. Gonna let +1 air armor finish. The Adepts will shade in. Why? Who knows? The Void Rays, the Micro, the Dreams, the Hopes. He targets the Immortal, like the only unit that doesn't shoot up in this army. GJ! And the University of Michigan Protoss player, young Jiddle, will take it. Wow, Hub. And he dances his stalkers around. Where is surrender button again? F10, and maybe trying to get young Jiddle to accidentally leave the game first. Thanks. He's never lost a game in his StarCraft career. Wow, Hub, first defeat against this undefeated Protoss player. In all 3 games he's played this season, he hasn't lost a single one with that cannon rush. But young Jiddle takes it home. The upset victory. And University of Michigan now up 1-0. Clemson will have to pull out all the stops from here. We'll have to see. I'm not sure what the last player, because we've only seen 3 players out of U of M. They do have a 4-player roster. If I counted correctly, they do have 4 players here today. So we'll have to see who they pull out next. I think what we'll be doing is we're going to have, well, this is for my sake. Is it 2:25? Oh, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm like, oh, this is why I'm so hungry. But after this match, we'll probably take like a 10-minute break, and then we'll speed through the last 3 matches. Time flies when you're having fun. And players are such fun builds and excitement. But thank you guys for being here for the Starclash. Hopefully you're enjoying it. And once again, it started out as just like, who has a StarCraft team? Who wants to play? There was a time when StarCraft college matches, they're still TESPA leagues and all of that, but not as common as they once were. But they're coming back, and hopefully you guys are enjoying them. In fact, the last time we did an event, it was, if you guys remember, University of Michigan versus Michigan State a few months ago. That actually got at least one of Michigan State's players was like, oh, there's a StarCraft club. So, well, guess what? There is. And if you're at Michigan State, come on down. We got free pizza. I hope. Did we save me a piece of pizza? There's an entire pizza. You guys can't have that pizza. That's my pizza. But other pizzas. Is it Little Caesars? Yeah. Of course it is. The cardboard of pizzas. The okay, I guess, of pizzas. The are you hungover? Okay, of pizzas. Little Caesars sponsorship coming up. All right, we're going back into going into the next match. We have game number 2. It's going to be Hunter Freak and Lunar. This is a bit more of an even match. Hunter Freak and Lunar, both of the Metal Leagues, so below Diamond. We should be seeing at least some every game today entertaining in its own way, but some real entertainment here for game number 2 of our losers bracket match. We are ready. I keep forgetting to tell them, and they keep sitting there for extra minutes. Don't talk shit on Mr. Michigan's greatest creation. I would never talk shit on myself. Sounds weird. That's a weird sentence. Anyways, we're going into game number 2. Clemson versus University of Michigan. I was going to point at the go back to camera 3. Let's go. You know, at this point, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to take it. Nope. Race or scout? Oh, Lunar playing random. What a crazy devil. Are you lying to me? What I've always, as a random player, I've always thought, like, I tell my race when I'm playing, but I've always felt it curious, people who ask, are you lying to me? Because, like, no matter what they say, you are going to be less confident as to whether, like, no matter if they say yes or no, you're going to think they're lying after you ask that. Like, you've lost any confidence. So I never understand it, but a winky face, I think, is the appropriate response. Hunter Freak, gonna have to scout for himself. All right. So this should be definitely a down and dirty brawl here. That's a sentence. As both these players, less experienced, but I'd argue just as, if not more passionate. Especially Hunter Freak, who came out with the U of M team. They took a bus here. I got to reiterate that. A bus. I don't know why I'm like punctuating that, but it's not like next door. It's quite a drive. And it's raining. Keep complaining about things. Just fun anecdote. If you guys follow me on Twitter, while these builds take a slow build up here, Lunar loves his supply depots. So this morning, a transformer blew out near my house, and a tree one house over was on fire. So I was very glad to come out early because there's no power. Hopefully there is when I go back to, and then hopefully never outside again. But thankfully, since I'm a vampire and I'm up at like 4 in the morning, I looked out, I'm like, oh, that tree is on fire. Called 911. Thankfully it was raining. The tree did not continue burning for long, but I was like, oh shit, that tree is on fire. So that was fun. That was my morning. And now we are here. Nothing, not a single unit. Oh, units may be about to die. The Marines, but a third Marine comes out. He tries to go for the SCV, but doesn't quite nail the click, and the SCV will live. All right. I'm excited to see what twists and turns this game will take, because very commonly, players, especially this is a high pressure, this is almost certainly the highest pressure match that either of these players have ever played in their StarCraft careers. Okay. As less than experienced players, as players who are probably, well, I think Lunar is gold and Hunter Freak is platinum. I'm not gonna hide it from you for too long. We already saw both of them play. They did not win their matches. But at this level, even if there's a league difference, that does not mean that one player has a huge advantage. Let's dispel with that rumor, especially under such a high pressure situation. And Hunter Freak is on a different setup, which is probably quite a rare thing. Zerglings get in, they kill an SCV, not much else. They go up the ramp, what a beautiful block out of Lunar. We'll see. Lunar looking to go towards the I'm going to make siege tanks and sit in my base strat, a tried and true classic tactic that players have used for 2 decades now. A classic Terran move. Whereas Hunter Freak going to go with the I have 2 roaches and I don't know what to do with them strat. Also a standard Zerg play. Oh wait, there's some more roaches. Where's he going with the roaches? The world may never know. He's taking, I don't know, he's taking the scenic route. There's no units. In the, maybe a misclick. I'm sorry. Maybe who knows? Oh God, that's a fusion core. Took me a second to really realize what I was looking at. A fusion core is on the way for Lunar. So we are at $500 on Matcherino. Thank you guys, Shiokan Star and Sanguine, adding that up. $500. The winning teams will be eating plenty of Little Caesars even after today, if they're so inclined. I don't know if they have it in Texas. So the roaches took their time getting here, and now will take their time going home. Overlord speed is nearly done. That is a thing. I'm excited. This game could be 45 minutes. I hope it is. I'm looking forward to it. Roach... What? Can I get camera 3? Didn't see you there. The roaches once again taking the scenic route. I don't understand why for the second time he is going all the way around. I don't know what he's trying to avoid by going all the way up here. But it's very sneaky. But there's nothing that would scatter. The roaches are just there. Maybe that's his rally point. I don't know. Oh, it's a roach drop. Am I hitting the mic a bunch? Yeah, I'm gesturing a lot, even though... Oh, maybe if I do this. This is why I need to put the mic like on the laptop or something. You see, usually when I gesture, I also hit the mic. That happens at home too. All right, it's going to be a roach drop. It might actually be happening now. It's happening now. But do roach drops counter battle cruisers and tanks? We're gonna find out. Where are they going? All right, they're here. They're here. The roaches are here. They're going for the fusion core. They may get it before Yamato. What? Where did he go? The battle cruiser just jumped away. You never know what's gonna happen next. The battle cruiser did not want any part of that. Jumps to the other side of the map, and then just kind of flies away. The SCV is being ravaged, but the queen is under fire. There's not really any anti-air here. He's got a lot of slowlings. The roaches found a tank, but did the tank find them? The SCVs are fighting. 17 have gone down. There's only one battle cruiser. I'm not sure what it's doing now. The tanks, there's 3 starports. The battle cruiser is on the run. It's not gonna make it. Wait, the spore crawler tries to come in for the flank, but the battle cruiser with the counter. Oh, he gets it. All right, but the roaches are on the tank. How many? A bunch of lings. Oh, I thought they were slow lings. I couldn't actually see with the skin. There's still some tanks at the front. He's just giving up. All right, the main's done. We're done. Already mined most of those minerals. I didn't want it anyways. The double roach drop clears out the entirety of the main base. He's taking flight. He's going to the third. What a oh, he's got a base. I don't even know. Does he have an engineering bay though? A massive oversight. How are you going to get a planetary fortress without an engineering bay? Riddle me that. So the main base is over. That's done. Okay, but will Hunter Freak realize that third bases can exist? Wait, no, the main base is going back to the main base. The rest of the buildings are around. The attack at the front is, yeah, tanks still a counter to Zerglings. Also, Lunar has expanded to the bottom center, which is another roach drop. This one not as good, not as soul destroying. But yeah, we got a base in the south as well. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I'm not. Oh, I am. Can you hear me, Yoda? Show me the base. There you go. Yes, look, it exists. I wasn't lying to you. I know a lot of you don't know how to look at the mini-map. I've seen your replays, so I need to help them out. So he's dropping the mules there. Smart move. Lunar has banked up enough money for battle cruisers. There's a Spire. There's more dropper lords. There's 2-2. Hunter Freak up to a whopping 38 drones. 3 battle cruisers on the way, but unfortunately the starports are in the most exposed possible location, making it more difficult for the he just keeps this. If only the tanks were actually there, wouldn't that be great? Unfortunately, the starports are under attack. So it's been a struggle this whole game to get those battle cruisers, and it looks like he's gonna struggle a little longer. The bio comes down. One starport is down for the count. The tanks will siege. Oh, but he's on the run. He's on the chase. But there are tanks. 2 battle cruisers may complete. The Roach Micro is all over the place. More tanks coming up. Okay. The tanks are there. Lunar still mining off that base. The tanks getting real. Wait, where are the roaches going? They're right on top of everything. Battle cruiser's gonna pop out though to save the day. 8 mutas coming out. The battle cruisers are out. He keeps rallying units. The battle cruisers will clean this up. Roach is still not very good counter to battle cruisers. Will he jump them? Wait, where did he go? Where are you going? Does anybody know where the battle cruisers went? They're in the main. Oh, shit. He's on top of the Spire. Oh, what a jump. What a bold play. The Spire going to be taken out. And he got some mutas out. I don't know where they are. Yamato Cannon is not done. The Spore Crawlers are a dramatic help here. This is possibly, this is possibly the only place he could have gone where the battle cruisers were gonna die. But unfortunately, they will die. Hunter Free, what? GG, okay. Lunar decides we're gonna tap it out. And, all right, the University of Michigan will take a 2-0 lead. Now, Lunar giving us a game that was truly out of this world. Some interesting choices with the tactical jumps. A very flexible style, but not flexible enough. Hunter Freak brings a match home for the Wolverines and puts them on match point, keeping them alive. You guys have put this to $500. Are we still there? We are. So they still get their chance at that on top of all the Little Caesars today. Yeah, $500. Thank you guys. Looks like Rat King gonna make another appearance today. He's coming up next. Who is the one player that has not played yet? There's one player on U of M who has yet to play. We haven't seen him. Is it Pauly? Is Pauly playing? What does that roster say? Edward? I don't know who that is. So someone else. But if they don't need him, I'm sure he'll be happy to take the winnings home. So we're almost ready. This is a bit more involved than I thought. The time is just flying. We're having so much fun here in East Lansing at the Michigan State Communications Throne. Okay, Palace. I was gonna go for something dramatic, but I had the idea. It didn't pan out. But the newsroom sounds cool enough. It is pretty cool. But thank you guys for tuning in. In the background, do we got people in the back? Can we get the back shot? That's so weird. We are there you go. Having lots of fun here at Michigan State University. And having lots of great StarCraft for you guys. Thank you for tuning in to no. Wait, no, it's this one. Next matchup will be, well, once this match is concluded, we got Michigan State University. Yeah, this desk is very tall. Oh, I didn't say I was ready. Ready. Michigan State University versus University of Texas in Austin.
We're gonna have to take a quick break. 2 minutes away. Not now, but.
Okay, I got you. That does make sense. I did not think about that before. Very exciting things happening. Rest assured. Just like this match, we're going to game number 3. Not good. That was the wrong camera. Almost. We'll get there. By the time we finish today, it will be competent. But for now. Game number 3, University of Michigan. Well, let's introduce our players. We've seen them before, but the fan favorite. Wait, this isn't a rematch because neither of these teams have played. But the fan favorite, because I like his name, I'm calling him the fan favorite. We got Derpy Squid, the mollusk from Clemson, and in the bottom right for the Wolverines, looking to close it out with a clean 3-0, Rat King. Can I donate to the cameraman? We're giving him free pizza. I don't know. He's going to put his Venmo in the chat, all right? Or a donate link to his stream. You could be one of his dozens of followers. All right. Well, we'll do some promotion in between the games. What do you mean 3-0? I mean, we're going to get that score on the board. Let's do it. Michigan gets their 2 points. These players a little bit higher level than our previous as well. Zerg versus Zerg. The only other ZVT also involving Rat King today, he ended up falling to Sandman, but that was actually a 15-minute back and forth, as neither player could quite find the finishing blow. This game, no particularly early pulls. There was an earlier pull from Derpy Squid, but it's more of a defensive option, as he adds on the hatchery very quickly afterwards. Overlord existing. So good for it. Keep on keeping on, Overlord. Great job out there. Yeah, no aggression. The real question, well, do we see a Ling Bane dance from either side? Taking a third base early on is risky, but if you're comfortable with Ling Bane Ling, not particularly so. If you're not, well then, obviously that's a lot riskier. A lot of players below the top level will just kind of shy away from the Ling Bane because of how easy it is to kind of just lose the game to a single Baneling. Metabolic boost is on the way. Still, no really divergence in the styles or builds. A few more drones for Rat King. The Overlord for Derpy Squid flying a little bit too close to the base. It will be able to back off. I really feel like, well, King's Cove made by the same map maker of Abyssal Reef. Unfortunately, unlike Abyssal Reef, it doesn't have the reverse physics. We need more maps where when a Baneling explodes, all the Zerglings fly up into the heavens. We need that. It's important. And I feel like we've been ripped off. The only reason I liked Abyssal Reef, and otherwise, well, that's not how you have a Roach Warren. I can't believe the Roach Warren got canceled by 6 Zerglings, but what a win. The only reason why I liked Abyssal Reef, which was otherwise an incredibly defensive and kind of annoying turtle map when you broke it down, was because the physics were cool. The ragdolls, the excitement. I mean, how many clips of like a unit flying past the camera were there? It's cheap entertainment, but it's 2019. Cheap entertainment is in vogue. So by not having that for over a year, I feel very disappointed, and I feel like that will save esports. That's what we need. Map makers out there, AVEX, get on it. I don't even care if it doesn't make sense. Put it on a map that like put it on like a space station, be like the gravity turned off or something. I don't know. Or is it, this game isn't very realistic. It ruins the whole immersive experience for me. Those guys with the guns took down the battle cruiser. Third base finished up for Rat King. He's got 40 drones. Derpy Squid, on the other hand, just sitting on his 2 bases. It just seems in almost every sense Rat King is ahead. He delayed the Roach one. The Lings may delay the third base. The fact there's a third base done and the other one has just started is a huge lead, especially considering, well, now it's not started anymore. Derpy Squid trying to put together the defenses for Clemson. They need 3 in a row in order to take the match home, in order to stay alive, in order to take your hard-earned money. Right now, Derpy Squid's not out of it yet, but on every metric, he is behind. No upgrades. Later lair. Less drones. Less bases. He's about even on roaches. That's about it. So, I don't know what he's supposed to do here, because if your opponent has better upgrades with more of the same unit, I can do basic math, and hopefully Rat King can as well. Yeah, great painting, isn't it? He's bringing up the Bob Ross stuff. That's an interesting place. He's going to take the alternative third base. Yeah, right here. I guess go lurkers. Creative build. Rush lurkers. I'll be honest. As this game continues, we're going further and further away from me seeing very many options for Derpy Squid here. This squid might be derping a little too hard. How much has he lost? All right. Not much has been lost. It's just not much has been done. How profound. But I'm not sure what I feel like at some point Rat King is just going to come attack and kill him. And I have no idea what Derpy Squid is going to do to stop that. Well, this may be that point. The army values 62 to 32. Lurker Dine is on the way, but far too late. I feel like this mollusk may have. Nope, I got no mollusk-related puns. Oh God, I got nothing on that. I didn't come prepared. It looks like Rat King going to crush. Well, okay, he's intimidated by the spine crawlers. No. If he just attacks him, he dies. He's all clammed up. Clams are not mollusks. Unless they are, they might be. I said that with authority, but I had no authority in the matter. Rat King still trying to, I was about to say weasel his way, but that's still not going to work. Maybe he can make a big rodent in his supply. Oh, God. We've seen longhorns, but that was a shoehorn. I'm done. I'm here all day. What? Oh, excitement. Go. There you go. Can I get camera 2? We have fans in the studio. There you go. I like those signs. Not all of them appropriate. Some of them. College Clash. Did you run out of space? You really didn't prepare. Rat King has not killed him. Has not killed him before the lurkers. Things are happening. And now he had the opportunity to finish him off, but he didn't. So now Derpy Squid is still in the game. And that is possibly the only way Rat King would not win. Was not by just going. He needed to just go kill him. He probably still will. It looks very likely. But Derpy Squid has held on long enough. There's a hive on the way, a lurker den of his own. He's got all the bases. Rat King. I believe in you. A move. A no. Okay. The safest. What? Where did those lurkers come from? How did they get here? I actually don't know. That's a great question. Did they just walk? He's gonna kill the lurkers. Well, actually, wait. No. Yep. Like many of the games today, this one has passed its expiration date. Now we're rolling into, like, when you let things go past their expiration date long enough, they sometimes become alcohol, which is what I'll need if this game continues for too long. We got Vipers on the way. We got the lurkers in the middle of the map. The corrosive biles kind of hitting some of the lurkers. It looks like Rat King is going to be able to win the engagement on the open field. The lurkers, wait, there is a lurker. It's got to save the day. It is kind of saving the day. Or is it? That one Zergling, the real MVP though. The blinding cloud's gonna come in. Up, get over here. That one Zergling has 4-5 kills. GG! University of Michigan will take it home, and they will move on, stay alive for their chance to win the March Madness Starclash 3-0, a dominant, clean sweep. Now, the matches themselves a little bit less than clean, but the scoreline was not. We'll see if we can get I don't know, we'll get someone from the Wolverines in here to talk about their team's hard-won, we're over here, hard-won victory. We got Michigan coming through. Can I get a go blue in the chat? I'm gonna look and see. I got lazy. These games have taken quite a while, so we're on a chair. We're bringing in. I'm just gonna point. You see, everybody sit up. We all know you're doing what you can't just cut to me hunching over like that. Unprofessional.
Take the beads off.
Take the beads off?
You're rubbing against the mic.
Oh my God, of course I am. Everything's terrible. They have to go over. But thank you guys for tuning in. At some point, one of the University of Michigan people, can we go bring in someone from U of M to talk? Doesn't really matter who. Doesn't even have to be on the team. That's my phone. So mute my mic and nobody will notice. Nobody noticed. How exciting. We're bringing in a player to be interviewed. What was your favorite match, chat? I mean, don't tell me, but like, think about it. I think my favorite was Lunar versus Hunter Freak. What a display of creativity and just a type of Starcraft you don't usually see with such a spotlight on it, if you would. Clemson University putting up a fight, but not quite bringing it all the way. And now we're down to our two hometown teams, University of Michigan and Michigan State, as well as the University of Texas at Austin Longhorns. And then we have the team. Someone has to speak for the team as we're bringing them in here.
I'd love to. That'd be great.
All right, you got the team behind you. You can.
I switched. Should I?
May Do we have a heads? Oh wait, they probably need like something with a microphone. Otherwise, it'll be.
Is there a second lapel mic?
We've got the whole team here. All right, we have, and tell the class who you are.
So I'm Rat King.
Rat
I
King.
just won the last game.
Can we just first talk about why you chose the name Rat King?
So, all right. So here's the thing. In Dota, I only played 2 heroes. I played Anti-Mage and Nature's Prophet, and I would rat every single game because I watched Admiral Bulldog win TI3, only Nature's Prophet rat. So I figured I wanted to.
So
be...
nobody liked you. On your team or the other team?
No one liked playing against me for sure.
Do people still like you on your team today?
I don't know, guys. Do you like me?
We love you.
There you go. See, we're doing good.
We got some hearts. All right.
Yeah.
You'll just have to believe them.
Big fan of the
All
dog. That's for sure.
So how did you feel? Wait. First, I want. Actually, if we could give the headset for a second to Hunter Freak. Hunter Freak, that with the fan favorite. Well, that was quite a match you had. Could you tell us a little bit about? Just tell us in your own words about your match.
So basically, I kind of went in thinking, oh yeah, this will be fun. I'll enjoy myself, but
That's why he's platinum.
right. And then I was like, oh shoot, I can do dropper lords. That'll be fun. So I went in, dropped them in. I saw the fusion core. I immediately just freaked out, started making spores in my main and everywhere. Cause on the ladder, I would always be battlecruiser rushed. And honestly, it's
Always?
It's always PTSD for me. Just seeing that come in and just hearing the Yamato cannon, it's like nightmares.
You actually killed the fusion core before he got Yamato cannon.
Right, so that was...
What a snipe.
That was
that the game deciding moment?
I was so happy. I was dying right at that point.
Okay, now we got young Jiddle.
Right here. Hello.
All right, first off, now you're going to have to explain your name. Hunter Freak is a kind of boring name, unless there's an exciting... Is there an exciting story?
No, there isn't.
I didn't think so. He says no exciting story. Let's talk about young Jiddle.
well,
How does your name sound so dirty without being it?
Well, my friend came up with the name, my online friend, a long time ago, and it was actually...
Were you playing Call of Duty?
No, so actually the first part is Youngji, which was a Korean celebrity, which I liked.
Is it a K-pop idol?
Yes, it was.
Of
She
course
was,
it is.
yes. She's a celebrity now.
She wasn't then.
No, she was then.
She just still is.
She's not a K-pop person anymore. She's like a celebrity. And then he was just add Jiddle because, I don't know.
Because why not?
I don't know, yeah. I don't know.
And it just stuck.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to talk about, we'll actually go back to the University of Texas match, where you came out in the ace match. Even Timoris, who you played against, said he was expecting Hailstorm.
Really?
Wow.
He said he was expecting him. He was like, oh, that looks like a scary opponent, but you came out.
Yeah.
And you did lose.
I did lose. I was expecting to lose, actually.
So what was the thought process between bringing
So
you
the
out?
thought process was I would just be good versus in PvT, whereas he's not as good at TvT.
Well,
At least that's what we agreed on.
were expecting him to play Mac.
Yeah, we
You were
also
expecting
thought
him to
he'd
play Mac.
Yeah.
We were expecting him to
Against
go Mac again.
Protoss?
No, against.
Well, we figured.
Terran
Well, we saw him
Mech
play
against
Mech,
Terran.
so we figured he probably would have played Mech again, and Protoss was probably his worst matchup then, if he was mainly a Mech player. But
Yeah.
the 3-Rax play
Didn't pan out well.
Yeah.
So-
Well, they sent me out. I was happy, but I knew I'd kind of lose. 'Cause
Let's-
we looked
let's-
at him. We looked at him, and he was much higher ranked. So,
So who would, with all that in mind, who do you want to lose in this next match? AKA, who would you face to at least get to the final, get some of that? What is now a $500
well,
prize pool?
actually, I want MSU to lose because I want to play them.
But you always want MSU to lose.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Yeah, I'll be the one to say it.
They said it.
I would like
All
to see
right.
him.
Oh, they said it.
Okay.
Okay.
But we're aiming. You guys want to face the Spartans. Of course, the class. If you guys don't face, that would kind of be disappointing for something like this, since everybody's here. But good luck. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We're gonna just fist bumps. Will not be awkward at all. There we go. We're going to be heading in to the winners match. Michigan State up against University of Texas. But first, there's going to be a quick break as we restart the stream for some technical issues. Right? 2 minutes? Yeah. 2 minutes. Everyone panic.